Now listening to The Joint Committee.
So you play
on
Fortnite?
With the controller, you don't have limited movement. You know what I'm saying? You can, it's fucking whatever way you do it. If you hold it, you know. But with the iPad, I'm like, I have to like, because you gotta move you know, you can move like this with your guy like this. So I run out of
slides
glass
with your thumb
after so much. So I'm like, fuck, you know, like the dude will be hopping away from me, and I'm trying to like shoot.
Oh
at him,
yeah, but
and
you run
my
out.
fucking finger runs off the glass, and I can't. So I'll be boom, and it'll shoot, and the guy will be over there. My buddy's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, fucking ran out of glass." He's like, "What do you mean you ran out of glass?" I'm like, "Dude, you know I'm on an iPad. I can't I don't have so much glass. I can fuck. You know what I mean?" And plus, when kids play on their phones, when you play on your phone, it's a fucking hell of a lot easier. Like the movement isn't as restricted than on the iPad, because the iPad's like,
Yeah, you got
you know what I
that.
mean? I'm like trying to hit butt up there. I'm like, fucking Christ! But I'm actually pretty good.
I've never played it.
It's
I've never played
intense.
Fortnite either.
I never. So when I was little, I always said, in Mega Man or Mario, I wish we could build our own little walls and shit for like protection from like the bosses.
Yeah.
Because a couple of them bosses in Mega Man were a pain in the balls.
Showing your age, bro. Mega Man.
Yeah.
Continue.
Bomberman.
That lightning one, the lightning dude was a
Remember-
fucking motherfucker.
The fucking Indian guy threw tomahawks at you.
Yeah, that was old. That's old.
That was
Holy
old.
shit, you just blew my mind right there.
Your age,
But
I'm going 8-bit. What are you
Yeah.
talking? Some Super Nintendo shit? I'm going Mega Man 8-bit NES.
yeah, the Nintendo.
Yeah,
yeah,
old school.
yeah. Because remember, I don't know if you knew this, but if you plugged in the second player remote and they held up and right on the D-pad, so like diagonal
Yep.
right and up, if they held it while Mega Man was jumping, you did a super jump right off the screen. So when you were in those,
Damn.
I love those Easter egg little joints.
when you were in those in the boss worlds, I would just have my cousin fucking sit there and hold the fucking.
Fucking cheater.
Yep. Well, this is, and then they came out with Game Genie and shit.
Oh, I
so-
fucking hated Game Genie.
I see. I only used it for like Contra and shit like that. Like those games that was just like,
Dude, I was one of those nerds that beat games.
Right. I mean, I would use it for Zelda because I could never beat Zelda.
Oh, I
straight
could
up.
beat Zelda
Yeah, I know.
in
I
like
could
2
never-
hours
I
probably
could,
now.
I could never. You know, the very first Zelda, and I could never find the last fucking flute thing or the raft. There was a raft that I had to get to go across a
I
river.
think the raft was in the 6th or the 7th.
I don't remember because it was a long.
Yeah, and you
time
go across
ago.
the river to get that big heart that was always laughing in your face when you
couldn't
return.
get it. Yep, could not get it. But yeah, no, Fortnite for sure. Like once you start learning it and how the mechanics are of it, dude. Like yesterday, I played one by myself, a solo, and it was one of the new ones they came out with.
Just turn it up.
I forgot what it is.
Like a robot penis.
Solo one shot or something like that. So it's only snipers. So you, so you drop out of the battle bus and you're skydiving, right? So you're looking at the whole map and you can determine where you want to go, right? And you hammer down when you land on a building or wherever you land. Hopefully you gotta know where you landed. Find a gun real quick. So I went off. I always usually, cause I'm a noob. You know what I mean? I fucking hardly play, but whatever. I go off to the edges of the map where there's not a lot of people, so I can kind of like practice. You know what I mean? And if there's somebody there, if I win, I win. Well, I land, and fucking there's a dude there, and on the screen I can see the little footsteps, and it like shows you like a compass kind of where the footsteps are. And in the headphones, it's left and right sound audio and vertical audio, so you can tell if they're upstairs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's fucking crazy. So I land, I fucking see the footsteps. I'm like, oh fuck! I get all now the blood starts going because you're like, fuck! I don't want to die. I ended up fucking. You you have your harvest tool because you can harvest like trees and stone and all kinds of shit, so you can build your walls and stairs and whatnot to if you're getting attacked. Some of these kids that if you ever watch them, there's a couple out there like Tifu. He's the best kid in the game probably.
Did you just say someone's video game name?
Yeah.
You knew it?
Yeah.
It's that deep now. Yo, and then people still they have.
Well, I watched him to learn how to play.
Yo, so they have YouTube channels, right, that are like hits. Like people don't even like play the game, and they'll watch him play a game.
Oh yeah, kids.
What was that kid?
Kids will sit there for hours and watch this kid stream on Twitch. Fucking him playing, but he's good, so he fucking makes it entertaining. I watch it to learn what the fuck he's doing and the new things that are coming out and whatnot. So I ended up winning the game. Long story short, I killed like 2 dudes. I killed the guy that was there and got a bunch of shit. I kept just running around and finding shields. So I had a bunch of shield, 2 sniper rifles. One was silenced, badass fucking this new one in the game. And I ran into another guy while I was creeping around, shot him, killed him. And then I just happened to look up in the screen and it showed there was fucking 2 guys left, me and one other dude. And I'm like, and the storm comes in closer and closer and closer. So you have to stay in that circle, and the circle is getting small. I'm like, man, he's got to be somewhere. All of a sudden I hear the building, like the fucking
somebody building
together.
something. Yeah,
and I'm like, fuck, he's coming at me. So I look over and I turn and I see the ramps. He's ramping above me, and he puts the fucking floor down. So I'm like, yeah, I can do that too, motherfucker. I may be a bot, but I can fucking do it. I get up on top and I just start fucking chopping at him. He tried to like quick scope me. He missed, and then I quick scoped him and killed him and fucking got the victory. I almost took a picture of it, but show my buddy. But it's intense when like if you really get into some of the battles and you learn how to build, dude. Your heart is going because people got grenades and dynamite and rocket launchers and
you ever play that shit?
I've never played it. No.
Try it out. You can get it for mobile. Fucking.
I can't.
You know what? I'm gonna try it out. I've heard enough about this. I think like the hype has been enough for.
It got me.
You know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna.
It got me, especially when I started watching these kids fucking win money, playing in these tournaments. I was like, man, because I know I'm just that. I don't like to pat myself on the back, but I'm good at video games. I always have been. I was nasty at Call of Duty, all of the Call of Duties, Modern Warfare, all of them. Gran Turismo, I was pretty much almost #1 in the game in this racing community.
Yeah.
For the cars that I had and how fast they were and how you do the tranny, you could change the transmission and all the gears
do
and all
the tranny? Is that like Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah.
No.
You mean what was his real name?
Bruce?
Bruce.
Former name, Bruce. Yeah.
No, that's his. Oh, whatever. His Bruce.
I used to like video games, but my mom took that out of me. The reason is because I got in trouble one time, and she's like, you know what? No more video games.
Yeah.
I started thinking as a kid, I was like, you know what? I don't like somebody having that much power over me, so I stopped caring about the video games. It was like take it out. I was like, all right, whatever. And now I'm like, damn.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weak, but it's a smart strategy for when you were younger, I guess.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, I'm trying to like, fuck that.
I was just always good at them from Nintendo on to now. So if I can get good enough on PlayStation 4 real quick, because it's not gonna take me long. Me and my buddy, he's not bad either. We can easily get into these tournaments and possibly win money. So it's like, because I get pissed off because our age, we should. If you're into it, we should be those dudes who have the millions of followers on these platforms, because we were old enough when they came out to start it right away, you know what I'm saying? And I missed the train because I kind of stopped playing once pretty much Call of Duty fizzled out.
You start maybe doing Twitch for like the old school games, like Zelda, like the beginning, like that. You'd be like, yo, watch me do this shit in like 20 minutes. Like, bullshit. It's like, yo, check this guy out.
There's
He
people
did
that
like...
do it, dog. There's already people that do it. I mean, not a lot, but it's pretty cool. I just geek out because he's like, yeah, that kid Tfue Turner. His real name's Turner.
You know his real name too?
Yeah. Well, you know what it is
I'm just
no,
teasing
no,
you.
and it's crazy how it happened was I follow these kids called the Juke Squad on YouTube. They used to do prank videos and shit. It was cool videos, and Turner's brother Jack is the main kid from that runs that channel, and Turner would obviously be in those videos because they all would skimboard and surf and snowboard and do all kind of crazy stunts and shit. And fucking, those were the kids that put a trampoline on two big paddle boards and ratchet strapped the trampoline down and actually surfed the trampoline on little waves in Florida while doing backflips and shit. And it was cool because when they finally got it figured out where to be in the wave line and stuff, 'cause then it weren't big waves, but it still worked where the fucking thing was going towards the beach, and they're doing fucking backflips on it, front flips and bouncing on the trampoline, and the fucking background is the sunset in Florida, just
That's dope.
pink and purple and red, and it was a badass video. But and then all of a sudden Turner blows up on Fortnite. They won that one tournament that him and his buddy together combined, it was like $526,000.
He invents something new and does something unique, and the motherfucker blows up off of a video game instead. Welcome to the Joint Committee session.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
You know what's fucking weird?
I am fucking higher than fucking. Actually, let me say this better. I'm more stoned than biblical whores.
If this is your first time,
From the neck up.
if this is your first time, I am one of your hosts, Lupino, along with Mr. Bond 420 and East Coast of Dam.
What's up?
Chillin'.
Hey, I recently had something happen. I can't even explain it because I don't even use YouTube. Like, I have a YouTube account, and I haven't. Huh?
You should.
But I don't
You
even use it. Like, I've never really done much to it. I have old videos that are on there. Well, one just went viral. It's got 70,000 views. I'm getting, like, I got over 1,000 followers just from fucking, like,
damn,
not even paying attention. My phone every day is blowing up with, all these comments. Be Real commented on the video.
Nice.
That's dope.
Did you see the boys went and did the fucking hot box?
No.
The smoke box?
No, did they? That's
No
dope.
Yeah, they fucking, because remember that video they did where, I think it was Brian's birthday, his 30th birthday, they rolled up the biggest blunt in the world ever since, still.
How many was that, 12.5?
No, it was a pound.
Oh.
I think it was a little more than a pound. All in backwoods. No honey or glue, nothing. It was all rosin. They undid all the backwoods. It was like, I don't even know how many packs of backwoods. It was a lot of backwoods. And you can see the video. And then, like, it kind of went a little bit viral. Like, people were like, whoa, no shit. And then all of a sudden, it did go viral. Everybody was posting it. Tommy Chong, all kind of people. And Be Real finally posted on one of their reposts of saying, oh, thanks for everybody. You know, it's still, you know, one of our greatest videos and one of our best times, blah, blah, blah. And then Be Real wrote underneath, we got to get you guys down in the smoke box.
That's dope.
And fucking they went down. I was like, no shit, you little finally fucking.
That's what's up. Which video was it? East.
An old Buckeye Purple video.
Yeah?
Oh, damn.
Or you just, like, talking about, like,
Nah, it was just
cultivating and
old.
shit
No,
like
it
that,
was
or just
those original pictures that I had. Like, it was just a fucking slideshow video.
get out of here.
Yeah. And it's just boom. And then all my other videos that
That's
were
how it
on
goes.
there are all getting a lot of views and likes now. So it's fucking crazy. I don't even use it. It's just like
That's what's up. Good.
out of nowhere.
Good
You
for
should probably think of something real quick to figure out, like, maybe.
I started putting some videos from my phone up. Stupid videos. Like the one with me and Paul Pierce and shit. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm not a YouTuber. You know what I mean? I don't have that mentality.
I know, it's tough to come up with content and what you'd think they'd like. You know what I mean? But.
That's what it's all. It's
and
all
what
about
you're-
visual
and what you're
content. People
comfortable
want to be.
putting on there.
Yeah, like we're not.
People want to be entertained in like 60 seconds or less. That's the game of content for
Yeah.
when it comes to.
Like, there's this kid, David Dobrik. Genius. he puts a bunch of little clips together of like maybe in the span of 1 or 2 days, 48 hours of a bunch of clips, and he always skims them down to fucking 421 or 420 minutes, and they're fucking funny as a motherfucker. He pays his friends $100 in knowingly saying, here's $100. Anytime during the week, I get to shoot you twice with a paintball gun. And of course, they take the fucking money because it's good content. And the dude was one of his buddies was getting a tattoo, and fucking the kid found out and fucking snuck his way into the tattoo shop and fucking popped up on him while he was getting a tattoo and was like, "Hey!" and shoots him in the leg. And his buddy was like, "What the fuck? How did you figure this out? Like, Jesus Christ!" He did it too to his other buddy. Went all the way to fucking Hawaii. Flew 12 fucking hours, bro, just to fucking get the content of shooting his buddy in the leg twice with a paintball. I mean, it is funny, but I mean, the extent, whatever. The kid's rich, so it doesn't. I guess it really doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, he surprises kids with fucking, like all his friends with tickets to Super Bowls and
yeah. See, now this is where I sound like a hater because I was out in California around a bunch of these type of people at launch parties and shit.
Did you see like a lot of the vlogging going on?
Yes, and
it's awkward.
It's very bizarre when you're seeing it because when you're seeing it in clips, it's all like happening and shit. But when you're seeing these dudes doing retakes of the same shit, you're going, "Oh yeah, what is this kid doing?" You see it from across the room
because it's all fake.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. Yeah. And when you see it, and you see the kids who are doing it, and you're like, it's discouraging.
That's the game.
I know, but these motherfuckers are getting loot.
Crazy. They're
For
sitting
being-
in LA
for being
bullshit
morons.
Straight up.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You could think.
And getting paid. So like that kid's probably getting $2 to $3 per.
You could think.
You
can think of all this. Ray J for fucking
1,000
Kim
views.
Kardashian and making her famous.
Imagine becoming.
Damn you, Ray J's dick! This is all your fault. We got idiots just
not
blogging
lit.
at like cafes for no reason.
Can you imagine being one of the most famous people in the world for being a superstar in your own movie?
Dog.
Oh, your own home movie?
But it was so fake, dog. Like it was like, oops, it got released. Like, oops, like it was so.
Of course.
But now, if she tweets some shit of yours, damn.
What about the egg that beat her in fucking views or likes or whatever it was? You see that the egg on Instagram?
Oh, that.
It's got like 50-something million
That
views.
shit
or
is
some
so
shit.
insane, yo. It's so crazy.
I laughed my ass off when I saw that. And what happens after that is a bunch of YouTubers are taking it and running with it.
Put an egg everywhere.
No, well, they're just like in their videos like, this is the egg, and making fun of it in some sort of way, whatever way they want.
Oh, now ASMR too.
And getting yes. Does my voice click when I whisper?
Even Instagram is fucking weird.
Yeah.
What?
ASMR. You know what you're talking about?
No.
It's
don't even. You're gonna freak out when you hear it.
What is it?
Well, it's not.
It's so fucking stupid.
So it's
dude.
basically somebody like talking really close to the microphone.
Really?
Where like
Whispering.
and like
And
tapping,
making really
like that, or like
clicky
scratching
noises
something.
with their
Very
voice.
quiet noises, but like amplified, right? And originally it was used for falling asleep to kind of something boring and something like.
I guess it is proven. It is proven.
It is proven that
they have.
There's also a sexual thing to it because she's like, stroking this like.
See, I
thing and
can't look at it
it's
like
just-
this because the very first time I heard of this shit, it was like a 12-year-old girl that's blew up on YouTube. That's how I heard about it because whatever, I watch a little bit of YouTube and it flies around. There's this 12-year-old girl who whispers in the goddamn microphone and has millions and millions of views and money. for whispering in
for
a goddamn
whispering shit,
microphone.
dude.
Stupid shit
it's
too.
insane
Her mother
right
is the one who actually like makes some of the skits for her to do, so they're a little edgy. Some of them for a 12-year-old
now. Yeah.
girl.
They say they're not sexual, but they
Oh,
can be.
my.
With
I was
somebody
like-
like that,
and that's why when I heard of it, I was
something
like-
that could make it sexual
Yeah.
very easily. They've shut down some of them
Yeah.
because of it, and they got to
No
like
doubt
fight
it.
to get that back. Because I mean, even still, this is something that's really important when it comes to
Ridiculous, dude.
people making money off of these social media platforms. If for some reason they think that you feel like they got enough complaints that you violate their livelihood is just gone.
Well,
just
you
like
get
that.
demonetized.
So
Your video
That-
gets demonetized, and then you don't make no money.
So once they shut your channel down, or if you're like that, you're not like that. What happened with that YouTube lady? That she went up to YouTube, inside YouTube, and started shooting because they shut down her channel. She got a lot of complaints because she was like threatening people back over the comments and shit.
Yeah.
So that
Well,
so
I saw
it's like,
Logan-
Yo, that's my business. Blah blah.
I
She
saw
started
Logan
shooting
Paul,
shit.
like, so that kid Logan Paul, whatever, hate him or like him, I don't really
Don't
care.
know him.
Who?
I'm sure people that are listening might know who or have heard of him.
Well, explain, like, 'cause we don't know.
He blew up on YouTube. He's one of the faster channels to blow up.
Yeah.
He used to have some really good content, but what a lot of people don't get is at the time he was 19, 20 years old, just about 21 years old when he really kind of, in a lot of people's eyes, fucked up his career. Because now a 19, 20-year-old kid that is making this kind of money with almost over, at the time, within less than a year, had 10 million subscribers.
Yeah, the amount of attention is
So that's
overwhelming
huge for a
anybody.
20-year-old.
Even
Now,
for a full adult. That's a lot.
he doesn't even realize in his head, most of those kids, he knows they're kids, but most of them are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. They're young. He's a 20-year-old. He doesn't get this. So he fucked up and made a crazy vlog. And I've always said this kid has the craziest luck. If I could explain it, whatever. It's a long story, but he went to the fucking, whatchamacallit, the Japanese forest in Japan, the suicide forest, and he was going to do like a scary video, and happened to, because it's common there, stumble upon someone who committed suicide.
Oh shit.
And they did get some footage of it, and it didn't get edited. It shouldn't have been edited the way it was. It should have been edited a little better. Now I'm a little weird with the whole situation because I've had 2 people in my family commit suicide, and I have no fucking remorse for it. Like, I don't give a fuck who did it or what was wrong with you. If you can take your own life and selfishly take yourself and put your rest of your family and everybody else in that kind of pain, fuck you. That's what I say. Just because I've dealt with it twice, and one of them was hard. The other one I kind of got over quick because of the first one. But so I was a little bit different with the whole situation. Everybody in the fucking world blew up about it. Like, you fucking asshole. How could you fucking do that? You're disrespecting the dead. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, fuck you. I said, the motherfucker did it himself. I said, how about the dude's family? At least Logan found him, and it gave the dude's family closure in some sense.
Oh, was it like identifiable?
Yeah. It was like, had
Oh,
just been done. Like,
just like
hours.
swoop. Did he like?
No, he hung him. The dude hung himself, so he's
All right,
hanging from a
it's-
tree in the video. They blurred it all out and shit, like the shit, but they were all and think of these kids as they come up on a dead body hanging from a tree. Like, at first he thought it was fake. He was like, "Yo, what are you doing? What are you, fucking nuts, dude?" And he was talking to the dude, and the dude's already fucking dead.
Yeah.
So you could see it was real. And
no, because
No.
you just what are you doing? When
it,
you like,
it was what they left in there was 100% real. Like, you could tell they didn't know what to do.
he
They
could have
were
cut
like,
it out.
I said that they could have cut that out, but
That's why I don't
They
believe.
left
anything, because he just could have cut it out, just out of sheer respect. It doesn't take a fucking genius to figure out.
No, it's not
out of respect.
It's not sheer respect because.
No, out of respect, even still for the family, because that's something still that they're actually dealing with.
It never showed the dude in the tree. It was blurred out. They were just showing all of their reactions. Like when it finally hit him, they were like, "What the fuck?" Fucking call. And he did say in the beginning of the vlog, viewer discretion advised. Fucking, you're about to see something crazy. Don't, he put the whole shit.
Let me ask you something. Was the video called going to? Was it go China or Japan? Where they go?
I don't remember.
Japan, right? Yeah,
it's like right at the base of Mount Fiji. But anyway, whatever. He fucked up. He did.
Yeah.
He tried to. He apologized. whatever. But just the other day, whatever it is in March, they're talking about this gay thing. The gay thing in March. How
I'm just.
Hold on a second. All right, hold on.
No.
All right, can we change to a cheerful subject? This shit.
No, I'm curious.
Sucks.
He fucked up how? Like, no one even knows who he is besides the people who know who he is. So, how did he hurt his career?
Who, Logan?
Yeah.
Oh, because the internet's savage, and if they want to turn on you, they'll just turn on you.
People were pissed at him, like, telling him to kill himself. Like, millions of people.
But this kid's already gotten rich.
Well, and that was what a lot of them are pissed about was they thought he had that video monetized to make money. Like, we found a dead body. And it wasn't like that at all, because I saw the video's gone. You can't. I mean, some people have clips of it, but it's all twisted. Yeah. I saw the video right when it fucking came out, like within the first fucking 5 minutes. So I saw the whole video. In a couple spots, I was like, damn, they could have edited that out. But at the same time, it's like bringing light. It did bring a shit ton of light to the subject of suicide and mental health and the awareness of it. But a shit ton of people obviously took it and ran with it and were like, fuck you, you're a fucking asshole. I have people that fucking committed suicide. My father did that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, they were fucking selfish. That's what I call suicide, selfishness. You're a fucking weak, pitiful, selfish person to be able to do that to your family.
I mean,
especially if you have kids and a wife and I don't know. It's just how I feel about it. And a lot of people look at me like I'm a weirdo, kind of, but I've gone through it, and it's hard. It's fucked up. But
I think with or without finding anybody, even having a video going there, you're going to get fucking haters, because what do you expect to find?
Well,
it's the suicide forest.
Right.
It's like...
Right.
And even still, he's a comedic type of individual. They were doing suicide forest.
A haunted
but that's
kind of thing anyway.
So you go to, like, Pennsylvania and you go, oh, this is the suicide forest in Japan. You don't go to the fucking suicide forest.
Well, that's
a mockery of all the previous suicides that have happened there.
I think people have right to be mad.
I mean...
I'm not. Well, I don't.
I think so.
I'm just saying that it was a bad idea, with or without the video. Like, I mean, with or without the body. Like, I think it would have brought backlash. Even if they didn't find a dead body, I think they would have.
It was a bad idea.
Backlash.
Going to the suicide forest.
Wait, just not
by
to that extent.
But what would he do there, though?
It was fucked up. It was fucked up how it happened. So they were talking about they were going there to camp, because you can. It's a forest.
So like ghosts or something?
Yeah, like record ghosts. So yeah, and it's YouTube now. So, and this is what YouTube's become, is that. And it even worse now.
That's some fucking scary shit.
He went off the beaten path. They were on the path, and there's people walking. It's a fucking public place.
Right.
It just so happens to be a place where people go to do that shit, because in Japan there's a high suicide rate.
Yeah, there's too many people.
So they were like, oh, there's no people over in this area. Let's go over here, because we don't really want to be filming other people and whatever. So in my head, this is what's going on. As soon as they get off the path and he starts walking up, it's like a little hill. Now they're in the woods, and fucking there he was. the dude was hanging, and that's when he was like, yo, dude, what, yo, and he's like, is that, and he's looking at, and he's with a bunch of people, a bunch of his friends. They're all like, yo, is that real? Is this fucking real life right now? Is that someone fucking just do? So Logan, he's a very outgoing entertainer. He wants to entertain. He's energetic. He's a fast pace. He went right over and he was like, yo, this is fucking real. Like, this motherfucker just did this. Just did this. He's like, the body's still warm. Like, and they were all like on their phones, like calling, trying to get fucking cops there and shit. But they left the camera going and kind of just let it. Didn't really edit too much, you know what I mean? So it was wasn't raw, but it was raw, like in the emotion side for them. Just some people, because it's him and he's got over 10 million subscribers and a very impressionable audience, which I totally get. I get it, for the kids' sake that actually saw that video.
It's a little.
They took it and ran with it. And so just before, just the other day, he said something about, he's going to try and be gay for March. Because in March is like the gay thing or whatever. He's like, I'm going to try it out. And it was in a context of a joke, but it was worded poorly. And everybody fucking hopped on his ass again. They were like, that's not how it fucking works, Logan Paul. You don't just fucking try to be gay. Gay is fucking... you're born gay. It's not a choice. It's fucking what you are, or whatever the fuck people say. I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't fucking matter.
It's called experimenting.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I said. And
people do it in college all the fucking time.
But the thing was, he got over 100-something thousand retweets, which is a lot on Twitter, and about all the bashing and more hate and go kill yourself and fucking blah 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 blah. When Rogan just said, like a day or two later, after Logan Paul said this, pretty much the same thing about this whole Trump thing with transgenders and lesbians and whatever, and this March thing with the gay men and whatever is going on. I really don't know what it is. I didn't really pay attention.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just know the subject because I saw someone say, well, Rogan said it too, pretty much the same way Logan Paul said it. But not a tweet went out about Rogan saying it. But because Logan's got, all these followers and shit, fucking everybody takes it and runs with it and fucking totally, like, bashes them and shit. And it's just fucked because
but in his industry,
I want to say to him,
no publicity is
listen,
bad publicity, so it's
exactly,
not hurting him.
And that's the thing. Like,
these are all temporary little.
He said it. He's like, you think by me saying, and the thing is he's very pro LGBTQ and he could care less, and you could tell he was like, I've been in acting class. I've kissed dudes. Like I'm very open with my sexuality. I don't give a fuck. You want to fucking be with that guy? Be with that guy. You want to be with that girl? Be with that girl. If you want to fucking be a fucking transgender, be a transgender. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I find it fascinating that the human brain works like that now. He's like, because it never really was like that. It's not normalized yet. He's like, I find that fascinating. It's fascinating to me. So, yeah, it was just fucked how, like, I want to say to him, dog, it comes with the territory. Like, that's your line of work. That's what you do. You have all these people that, because he was talking about getting under the underneath the microscope. I said, get rid of all the followers.
Change your name.
Go somewhere else. Get rid of all the followers. Move that, like Fusi, that kid Fusi Tube. I heard fucking tried to do and it didn't work.
So I just looked up what you were just talking about. It happened in January of last year, actually.
Yeah,
so it's over a year that this happened.
Yeah.
It said that even when you're entering, there's a sign saying that life is a precious gift from your parents. Because it has been around for decades, and the reason that people tend to keep going there, or even trying to commit suicide, people say is like just to kind of belong to some other type of group, and a lot of them feel like outcasts and so on and so forth, like that, to kind of like commit suicide where other people have committed suicide and stuff like that to belong to some kind of group. But he ended up putting
Which
an
is
apology
stupid.
video and
It's fucking stupid.
yeah, it's like this is like the worst group that is like the suicide group.
Like fucking. So
we've got jackets.
what?
I was like, was that too harsh?
I don't. I could give a fuck. I hate people.
Anybody who's committed
Suicide's
suicide,
bad. Reach out. Don't be a fucking.
I wish I could
dickhole.
bring them back.
And
to
if it's
life
over
and
pussy, you
fucking-
silly bitch, go get a fucking hooker. It only costs like $40.
No, listen.
Don't kill yourself.
The main
over that
thing
shit either.
is no matter what you think, how bad of a hole you're in, or you think you're in, 1,000,000,000,000,000,000% there is somebody in your family that
shit.
will listen to you.
dude. Honestly, wait a minute. Hold on.
So
I'm looking at a picture of this guy entering the suicide forest.
yeah, he had the fucking crazy hat on. Who cares?
Yeah, the fucking the from the movie Toy
Pokemon.
Story.
Pokemon.
No, it's not Pokemon. The movie Toy Story with the
Oh, yeah, it's the fucking yeah.
yeah, the eye thing, yo. So it looks like there's a body back there right behind him, like in the picture. You see it?
No, that's not where it was.
That's right before he goes into.
The fucking up the hill, but.
But yeah, like I get it for a comedian like that, blah blah. But if people are bound to do this. I mean, it's
Well, it's
not
been done before.
But
That's
yeah,
the
but
thing,
I
is
looked
people
at the
have done
numbers
it
too.
before.
Like as far as
And it didn't get brought to light like it did with him. So like he feels.
Well, have people walked up to dead bodies and been like, "Yo, it's still
So-
warm," with goofy hats on?
I don't.
yeah,
I
with a
mean,
goofy hat on. So
Either way, if you're doing it, you're doing it. Whether
True.
it's with a goofy hat on.
But
or,
perception is reality, and when you
Well,
you look like
put
a
yourself in
goofball-
his
so
shoes.
I don't.
it's not
That's
like you.
what I always say. Flip that coin.
But
Put
people
yourself
don't do
in
that.
his shoes.
People don't.
So
do
No
that.
shit, they don't, because they're fucking so quick to react. That's why when I saw the video, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was cringy. Whoever edited it, or if he edited it, which he probably wasn't him, whoever edited that video could have did a better job. And I get it. It was a big mistake. It was ugly. It was.
All right, so just to kind of, I put this whole story into like a good full context. I mean, the numbers say.
But I don't hate
ends
the
up
fucking
being
kid for it.
Between end up being between 2013 and 2015, more than 100 people committed suicide in that forest. Right? How many weeks in a year? 52. So a little bit more like that. You can say pretty much every Saturday you can find somebody there. So the likelihood of them with them goofy hats on to find somebody there is 1 out of 7.
Well, I'll put it this way:
That's not a,
and that's fine. The statistics can be that, but I'd
didn't- yeah.
rather it be him than some little kids walking with their mother or father.
Oh, agreed. Have it be an
You know what I
adult
mean?
then like that. But even still,
But
what you mentioned is that he has a lot of kid followers.
Right, but it brought a lot of awareness to the fucking situation, and he actually, I mean, granted, he was trying to say, obviously, it's not selfishly, but he's trying to say sorry and get out of debt from this thing by actually donating shit tons of money to suicide prevention and
No doubt.
getting the.
Oh wait.
You know
before or after? That matters.
Oh, it was after. Of course, it was after.
Then yeah, he's just paying dues.
Well, no shit, because he
Save
fucked
face,
up. He
'cause
knows he
the
fucked
internet-
up. But
because once the internet's mad at you,
at the
she
same time,
is a vixen.
he got that kid that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge and lived. Fucking, that kid's fucking.
I'm not saying
nuts. But no, even that kid, he said it to Logan. He's like, yeah, you fucked up, but guess what? Everybody fucks up. He's like, I'm not glad that it happened, but I'm glad the awareness of that it brought to suicide and suicide prevention and mental health and all that bullshit. I don't mean to call it bullshit because it's
not bullshit.
It's not bullshit. In my head,
You don't want me to flip out and kill everybody in here, do you?
It's just like a never-ending fucking story with this stuff. It's like, I deal with shit every day in my life, and I don't fucking like. I don't know. Maybe it is a
Alright.
chemical imbalance. I don't fucking know.
No,
You know what?
It's definitely a chemical imbalance.
You know what? We're not gonna solve suicide as to why. Let's fucking
Yeah,
change to
'cause-
something else.
Yeah, it's
Like,
we're not
Yeah,
gonna
it's whatever.
So-
I've dealt with it for real in my life. Like I watched my uncle run down the street to go get my cousin from hanging from the rope in front of his 2 little kids. Like it was fucked up. So whatever.
Agreed.
In my
It's
my
fucked
head,
up.
like I have a weird way of dealing with shit. So it's like whatever.
It's fucked up. You
Yeah,
know,
but that
if you got
guy-
problems, reach out. Don't fucking
Yeah,
sit it by
for sure.
yourself.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
No doubt. That's you know.
Well, and
committee
that's
like
what I
that.
try and talk.
Yeah.
The light of that subject is that of
Reach out.
to reach out. There's always somebody in your family or a friend that will fucking listen and help and help you through whatever.
No doubt.
Straight up.
So to kind of change complete subject on it, right? When I was driving in here, you know, this shitty ass fucking freezing weather.
That's weird as fucking.
Wildest shit. Now it's warm.
It was like salt just sticking to my
So
windshield. I'm
just
like,
yeah, same with me, right?
fucking Christ.
So what do I see? What do I see? This guy riding a bike,
Yeah,
right?
that's-
Coming down. I'm like, damn, he's gonna have mud.
There's some ghetto.
Guess what? Guess what color pants he's wearing?
White.
White. Yo, he had like, of course, that the bike. You end up having like little doo doo. Yo, right in this crack, dog. Like right in the like. I was like, wow, not the brightest choice.
Maybe it was a
right?
YouTube video and there was cameras behind him.
Or maybe if he's going to work, he's gonna have like a shit stain on his ass.
Maybe he's
or
a chef.
looking stain on his ass
And he can just sit
for
in
the rest of
back
the day.
That's funny.
But sometimes, or
How would you,
know
wear
what?
white pants on a bike?
Let's say, you know what? He just saved up enough money, and he's going to go meet the weed guy to get a little bud. And he said, "Fuck it, I'm going. Mission time.
I only got my bike. It's kind of warm out. It's 48 degrees.
I got white pants.
It's almost 50.
Fuck it, I'm going. I'll wash it. If it doesn't come out, I'll get some other white pants.
Oh, man.
I hope
Definitely
he.
on his way to get some drugs.
I hope he got. I
Of
hope he
some
made
sort.
it. And this shit, yo, I was like, all right.
I was watching some old Ralphie May fucking
Rest in
video.
peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. Ralphie. Fucking crazy fucking shit.
Kind of annoyed me. Not gonna lie.
What?
Ralphie May.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I
little bit.
loved him.
He was funny.
Especially when he talked to Bert Kreischer. Yeah, you know Bert Kreischer?
Funny dude, but just I don't know.
Who?
He was very raw.
Ralphie May.
He was very,
I don't
very,
know.
very, very raw in what he would talk about and what he would say.
Big dude, he's dead.
Yeah, that big, very heavy set white guy. He was friends,
Comedian.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
friends
Okay.
with-
Yeah.
He's friends
really-
with
I-
Rogan
I-
and all
I really
that.
don't.
I
have
don't-
anything against him, but whenever I
Honestly,
hear white dudes,
I'm not
talking like
surprised.
that, it's like
I'm not
When
surprised
he,
he's
when he
dead.
kind of goes,
ghetto.
yeah, ghetto-ish.
Southern
Yeah.
ghetto
That-
is hard
well,
for me to.
That's
don't like
his
Paul Wall?
thing.
I know.
Like that ain't real.
You don't want.
I know.
You don't
Right,
like-
but yeah, that's what. Yeah, I get.
I don't
you,
like
I got
that.
you,
that
I got you.
persona.
Yeah, I got you.
But his shit's funny.
Well,
sure.
because he can do a black chick impersonation very fucking well. He was actually doing the bit where he's like, so, white folks, he's like, let me tell you, if you want to get your money's worth out of a movie, find yourself in the South, a black movie theater, and go watch a black movie. He's like, you will get the best value for your money, bar none, before the movie starts. There was a preview for Open Ocean, and he was explaining how the fucking preview went because it was real quick. It was like, fucking honeymoon couple, fucking let's go scuba diving, fucking. They go scuba diving, they pop up, and the fucking boat's fucking gone that brought them there. So now they're just bobbing in the fucking water in the open ocean. And then he goes, so what's next? Shark. Jellyfish. Barracuda. He starts chomping at the mic. And he's like, immediately, the couple behind me, he's like, the black guy started first. He's like, my homie started first. He's like, fucking dumb white people. He's like, what do you care? Why are you out in the middle of the fucking ocean? And then he's like, instantly, here comes the black girl. He's like, yeah, fucking A, you ain't gonna catch me out, dumb white people. You ain't gonna catch me scuba diving out there. Fuck you, I just paid $87 at the beauty salon to get my hair wet. You ain't gonna catch me scuba diving. So he turns around, he's like, because he has that card where he can, in his back pocket, where that persona, like you were saying, he's like, what, regular white folk, don't ever fucking do this. You don't ever turn around to look at the people behind you, because it's like saying, fuck you,
I'm not gonna say it. N-word. Slavery was right. And everybody fucking started dying laughing. And he's like, you just don't do it. He's like, but because I had my hood card in my back pocket, he's like, I turn around and instantly, what did the black girl say? What the fuck are you looking at, white boy, you fat motherfucker? And he's like, whoa, I'm just, he's like, you got to give it right back to him. He's like, because that's the only way they don't know what to do once you do that. He's like, I gave it right back to her. He said, whoa, ma'am. He said, I'm just agreeing with you. He's like, you ain't gonna catch me, my fat ass out there scuba diving neither. He's like, you only gonna catch me norkling. You ever norkle? He's like, norkling. At least you're next to the beach. He's like, you can get back real quick. You see a shark or something, I can get right back to the land. He's like, norkling's the best. I almost pissed my pants. The whole skit is fucking funny as fuck.
Did I have a heart attack?
Nah, he had a lot of complications, I guess, but
He's fat as fuck.
Yeah, he was big. He was starting to lose weight though. He was trying to do better, but
Smoked a lot of weed.
Jesus.
did a lot of
Didn't
cocaine
you get arrested
too.
flying to Hawaii with
Yeah,
a bunch of weed?
little bit of weed. Yeah,
Or a little bit of weed, bunch of weed.
him and fucking Ron White, I think.
So everybody's trying to legalize.
But
Every
yeah, check
state-
out Ralphie May stuff. Funny as fuck.
It is pretty funny, actually. No, I know what you're talking about.
There's a lot of comedians out there that, like Bert Kreischer. I even get to see his new Netflix.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gotta be. He's fucking. His laugh in general
makes me almost piss my pants because
you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
yet.
you gotta check it out. It's funny. You'll laugh. Even my wife was fucking laughing.
Yeah, he is fucking because he does a lot of stuff with about his girls, right?
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
one, yeah.
the best one I ever heard.
Dude,
him
he walks on stage, doesn't say where, he just takes his shirt
Take
off.
shirt off. Yeah.
The first thing he does when he gets on stage is
He said he says it makes him feel more comfortable.
To take off his shirt?
Yeah, to be because so this guy was named. All right, so you know Van Wilder.
Yeah.
He's Van Wilder's based off of this guy. He was 1996 Rolling Stone Party Animal of the Year for like college. He was the dude.
That's crazy.
Florida State, I think it was.
Jesus.
Was it University of Miami or
How do
Florida
you even
State?
judge
I think it was
something?
Florida State.
How do you judge
Yeah.
something like that?
I don't know. It's Rolling Stone.
Shit.
It's Rolling Stone.
1996.
96.
96.
I was a freshman in high school.
I was a almost should have been a freshman in high school. But, yeah, he is fucking hilarious when he goes off about fucking Anne Frank and fucking he thought Anne Frank and hold on a second, I just forgot her name. The blind and deaf
Helen Keller?
Helen Keller. He thought fucking Helen Keller and Anne Frank were the same up till like he was 24-ish.
Is that a specific word, like being blind and deaf?
Yeah, I forgot what they called her.
No, I'm just kidding.
What did they call her?
Yeah.
I don't know. She doesn't know either. No.
That's fucking. I'm dead right now. But yeah, because
Helen.
because he was in the
Helen.
he was in the Anne Frank house where in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
The Anne Frank house.
Yeah.
He was in the Anne Frank house with his buddies high as shit, making fucking Helen Keller jokes.
She spotted the Nazis, right? Or she hid.
He's like, how the fuck did she know they were coming? He's like, how did the Nazis not hear her? She's in the attic going, it's so bad, but I fucking can't even handle it. Because he did, right before that, they went to see a porn show, Flying Dildos.
That I can't even go into it because it's just too long. But it's fucking
So
hilarious.
it's something called Usher syndrome, which is account for half of the deaf-blind cases.
That's what it is.
Usher.
Ushers.
Usher. Not the herpes Usher.
I'm fucking crying right now.
What else is new, boys?
Bruh, just trying to live, man. Fucking.
So my opinion, fucking Purple Punch is that new Blue Dream, and in my opinion, it is not impressive. I don't understand how the fuck that overtook. It's a new, like, you know how like Blue Dream, GG, like there's always like a fad like that. Purple Punch is a new one, and honestly, I don't agree with it. I don't think it should hold that mantle.
It still blows my mind when I see 2019 cultivation facilities growing Blue Dream. And it's not like it's a here and there thing. It's like, why is that such a fucking? Why is that such a strain everywhere?
Oh, really?
It's a favorite. It's
What are
like
you doing?
classic Coca-Cola.
We have a visitor on my
Says
lap.
who though?
Says the people.
I don't want you killing my face, though.
And to be fair to the people, a crowd is big, dumb, stupid animals. You can reason with an individual, maybe even two, but a crowd, they want to move left, they're going to move left no matter what you say.
Yeah.
So until the crowd ends up educating themselves on things like don't follow the fad, the THC content is just something to sell you at. Like, it doesn't matter if it's fucking 26.
That's true, but
or, it doesn't.
But in this game, fads are set by the companies that lay out for the end consumer, because the end consumer has no choice but what the choices are. So
That's true, but you got to give them something that they like. It's like
I know, but
That's impossible.
no, but it's not. No. Because I mean, look, obviously, lots of people like Blue Dream, and I get it. But
yo, you keep taking it. I'll keep trying to pass them, and you keep.
I'm trying to make it smooth. I'm trying to actually I'm trying to be the pivot.
Yo,
I want the extra hit. I'm the middleman.
but he passed it back to me. I was like,
I know. I watched you pass it back.
Sorry.
I didn't even like
I'm trying to make a goddamn point.
sorry.
I lost it. I don't even know what I was saying.
Trying to get people what they want is impossible. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, so you end up looking at whatever's hot and you give them more of that. That's why the radio stations suck.
But at this
That's
point,
why
there's been so many years. Like after so many years, you know what other.
Yeah.
They're just looking for the next new. That's just American culture.
To me, it sounds like they're not
consumer
looking.
like that. They're looking for the whatever people think that it's hot.
Sounds,
It's just like the dude in the corner.
It sounds
He wants to whatever the fuck he's selling. If it's GG or not GG, he's gonna fucking call it GG to sell more
Yeah.
because that's what they want, and that's American consumer mentality. They just want whatever's new. Do you remember that year that fucking Tickle Me Elmo was like all the rage?
You know what I want as a consumer or patient, whatever the fuck. I want to be able to go in there and leave, open up the container, and not find 15 tiny little
oh my god.
.05 nug
Yeah.
in the
What's up
container
with that?
because
Oh, little popcorns?
Yeah.
They filled you with popcorns?
every fucking time, dog.
Damn.
And I hear that from multiple
I
people.
find
multiple
that
people.
across the goddamn country.
Well,
What-
it's because of the fucking people that are breaking them down. Like, that's not how you do it, dog. It's just not how you do it.
So, what other terms are there for like popcorn? Like little popcorn, little strawberry.
The ones I'm getting are bad, dog. It's like
Right there.
Yeah,
See
the
those-
little like
yeah,
joint.
these things,
Yeah.
you
Like,
get
that's
about
sold.
15 or
They'll sell that.
They'll sell that. That's what I get every time I'll get a
Wow.
gram or an eighth. Even an eighth I'll get.
All right,
like,
so
maybe a halfway decent sized bud and
That
a bunch of
goes-
those.
For me, that goes in my trim pile.
That
so-
goes in my
so
hatch.
Well,
Something
yeah.
in my water.
Right.
Yeah.
so what we're talking. So for people who are listening, what we're talking about is what we would consider a decent bud, maybe like about half your thumb.
Yeah.
Just
right?
like
Yeah.
If in,
the size of a nickel at least.
right, something like that. But the quality of some people do, some people have, and what they're talking about is like the size of the tip of your pinky, as far as a whole bunch of little one of those to, make
like
up an
it's-
eighth.
Like
There's
they'll be-
literally like 15 pea-size fucking pieces of bud. And it's like, what the fuck did you just give me?
Right. So if you still can't figure out what we're talking about, you get a gram. It comes in one single bud. That's like a gram.
Yeah, like
or
about-
you get a gram from what we're talking about, where it's 7 pieces of flour to equal 1 gram, as opposed to just one nugget of gram flour.
Yeah.
So break that up over an eighth. Now you're getting like 20 pieces of fucking flour. It just looks like a bunch of. It looks like you're getting screwed.
Right. So that what it looks like is that well to us, because we know what we're talking about, it looks
have
like
just mangled it.
everything
It's
is
all
going
mangled.
to get
It's all
sold.
mangled.
It's all going to get
Yep,
sold.
it's
Every
all
single drop,
mangled.
no matter what.
It's all mangled by fingers. And I don't care if
Quality,
it's
pour,
I don't care
shake,
if it's,
the key falls off of that
gloves
shit.
or not.
If it's at the, if
All the
it's,
trichomes
if it's
fall on
that
it.
size bud, you know that's been dripped and dropped down bag after bag.
Sheesh. Oh, hold on. Drop one. Put it back in there.
Well, and that's not a big deal.
Maybe sneeze
I
down a
understand
little
it,
bit.
but
It's like
As a facility, you need to capitalize and make every dollar you can.
Quality control.
But
Yeah.
that can't be put on the flour shelf. There's other means to put something that.
especially
Make
when
that into rollies.
especially when the place that I go
At least
to
you're using nuts rather
supposedly
than shake trim off of fucking to make rollies, which
It's-
a lot of companies do.
especially when the place that I go to supposedly has a kitchen in the place where they can make their own edibles. So, what the fuck are you making edibles out of?
Yeah.
I hope this
Stems and sticks?
So let me ask you something, right? When you end up breaking something down to the point that it's like a concentrate on, a cartridge, you know what I'm talking about, right? Any kind of like vaping type of.
Yeah.
If they strip it down to only the THC, right? And we know that.
I've done it.
Right, we know that the as far as making it more of a sativa or indica makes it more of the terpene side, right? More of the as other essential oils, because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Because you're only isolating that one THC,
Right.
Yeah. So it's entourage. It's what
right?
other-
So how can they actually label them indica or sativa if they're all the same? Because at what point? At what percentage, and maybe somebody knows this question or doesn't know this question, at what percentage do you lose that indica or sativa type of effect that you want? Because if you're talking, that's 80 something.
Well, it's kinda like
and you're
this.
losing,
It's kinda like
even at
this.
Rosin is like at between 60 to 70. Am I right?
What?
On average, THC content on rosin.
It's higher than that.
It's higher than that. What's the
Yeah.
highest you think?
The highest I've seen was 89, 90.
Now you look at these cartridges. Some of them end up
The
being
cartridges
almost like
are usually 98, 99.
piss yellow, right? 95. Piss yellow or real clear.
It's usually distillate.
Yeah, it's distillate.
Right. So at that point, it doesn't matter if it's a indica or sativa.
No, not at
No.
all.
It's stripped down.
Right.
Super stripped down.
So the only way that the reason why they would be labeled sativa or indica, like I get what you're saying,
Is by the
is
terpenes.
is the terpenes, right? Because we know off of
'Cause
based
terpene-
like
terpenes
eat a mango and then smoke a sativa based,
no doubt.
you'd be fucked up.
I love it.
Eat a mango and then smoke like a GG4 or something. It's completely different. It's a way
Okay.
you know what I mean? So
Well, you get the full effect of what. You get the full spectrum of what the plant is supposed to be doing.
right.
So-
And I mean, no, like anybody who knows anything about this shit, when you hear sativa, you think of racy.
We should go to Puerto Rico.
Really
We can
like
try this shit out.
anxiety-ridden stuff. When really that's not always the case.
No, it's not always the case.
So
You
because
can
I've
cut some
gotten
flowers. You can cut some flowers early to get that.
Yeah,
high
yeah,
THC
it's all
and get
it's
that
in a,
same
yeah. A lot
effect.
of it is the degradation of because what a lot of people, and I know you guys know this, a lot of people forget is time and or heat. Decarb flour as it sits in a jar. and on the plant.
So what's the optimum storage?
Well, for me, I like to take a little tiny bit early, only because I wash a lot. So,
Well, no, I don't mean like to harvest.
oh,
Storage. To try to prolong that, because it's going to happen anyway.
I mean, 50, 60 degrees in a jar, dark area.
Yeah.
Prominently dark. I mean, whatever. If it's in your smoke room, you know, whatever.
It can't be in direct sunlight.
For 15 or 12 hours a day, it's in the dark because the lights are off in that room usually while you're sleeping or something. You know what I'm
It
saying?
depends what kind of light it is.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think we talk enough about storage. I mean, I know for a lot of people it doesn't stick
Because
along
we
like
smoke
that,
it
but
too quick, it
yeah,
don't matter.
it's still, you know.
I literally now I barely trim, like pre-trim any of my stuff because the way I've been doing shit lately, because I can, I let it dry out so much in the room, in the soil, that it's pretty much almost crispy,
Ready to smoke.
ready to smoke almost.
Nice.
Like when I take it out of the room and cut it down and cut the branches down into manageable sizes and hang it up. But again, I smoke blunts, so it's a little easier to smoke damper, fresher weed in a blunt. But maybe I just like it better. I don't know why. But again, my fucking basement is like a miracle during the winter, fall, and spring times. Summer, not too much, it's a little too humid, but for drying hash, drying weed, my basement is the fucking bull's tits.
Is that a good thing?
I'm thinking that too. Wait
I'm
a
not.
minute.
I was like, bulls tits. I'm like, wait, bulls don't have tits.
I'm fucking stoned right now.
They have a dick.
I'm stoned. Well, then it's the bull's dick.
It's
Because you ever
so-
see
so
the
you
balls
said-
on? You ever see
so-
the balls
so
on a
'cause,
bull?
A bull with tits is a cow. It's a cow.
No, I don't know why my basement's
You're
just dry.
stoned. I get you.
Yeah, and I'm stoned. Yeah.
Bull's tits. It's a trans. Excuse me. You know what? It's a
I
transgender
was being-
bull.
Yeah, I was being.
We don't judge.
I was being nice. I was being PC.
Want to hear some funny shit?
I guess.
Transgender bull over here.
Maybe, yeah, I was.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Bull's
I was
tits.
trying to abide by just in case there was. Yeah.
You know what? They say we can't use a lot of these old terms anymore, so we got to make up some new ones.
I wasn't trying to
Let's-
assume.
you know what?
the
I
bull
like bull's
was
tits.
a male,
And you can use bull's tits.
or the male, or the female was a bull. He's a shishi. She's a shishi.
I can't go down that.
He's a shishi.
Yeah. Well, so
I think we already have.
But anyways, yeah, distillate is basically just.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
made.
so I want to.
I've taken rosin.
I just
and
want
made
people
the
to stop like, oh,
THCA.
I want the sativa one. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Well, no.
So that's what I need to. You know, at what point?
It does.
At what? At
Because if you get enough of the terpenes that are on the. Because they've broken down the sativa like terpene profiles, like the actual base terpene, like what do they call limonene and fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know all of them, but
yeah, so they can introduce it to
So if you put a predominant amount of those into a strain, like they'll make fucking sativa strains.
Okay, I
and
get
they're
you.
made out of those terpenes that are
All right.
ones that are predominantly found. So now you're using all those different effects as an entourage effect to give you. Plus, now you're also reading a label, which is giving it in your head that you're going to be getting a racy feeling. You know.
Yeah.
right from the beginning. It's like, holy
That's-
shit, 97.
That's what usually happens to people.
So that's what I want, or I guess it's a harder question to answer, but at what percentage does none of that shit matter?
When you're smoking pure distillate.
And what percentage is that?
Well, like I said, distillate's usually 98, 99%.
Yeah. it's
Right,
like a
but on
pure-
a lot of times you end up seeing between 93 to 95 to 97.
Right.
As far as on a lot of like cartridges to this day. Well, excuse me, there's two types right now. There's still the leftover black market from Cali and like that, and there's a new ones with the little, CA with the pot leaf exclamation mark.
I know what you're saying, but what they're doing is they're just going off what the weed was, probably. what the weed
Right.
was made, the
Right,
distillate
right.
was made, and then just that's
Yeah.
Then I prefer to like they just label it that and not
Yeah.
call it sativa or indica.
But they are, because it says distillate. So if you know what distillate is, they are labeling it
And
that.
this is why, the same reason why Blue Dream people still, because it ended up becoming on one of those staple type of, like everybody favorites.
Why you don't want to fucking
The
smoke my weed or
miseducation
what?
that people don't really understand that all right, well, that doesn't matter anymore. You got, we've upgraded. Like, you don't have to get Blue Dream. I understand you liked it before back in the day, but there's better shit.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's
the
more
thing
on, that's
is
more on the
Blue-
growers.
Blue Dream
I mean,
is-
the company's growing because they have to introduce the new shit.
Because it sells. It's the same reason
Because
why
they're afraid.
Gigi
Because they're afraid to
will
get
always
off the
be
old
on that bitch
fucking,
now, no matter what.
Well, that's what they were
And
saying about Blue Dream.
It still is. He just said it is.
Right.
It's
That's-
there.
So it's has benefits. It's doing something, whether it's a moneymaker
It is a
as a
moneymaker.
good yielder, or the benefits that
I can't say.
people keep asking for it.
Have any of you guys ever done Blue Dream before?
I've
I've
smoked
smoked
plenty
it.
of it.
No, cultivated.
No.
Me either. So we don't know if,
But I have
if
smoked
she's
it.
a good dealer like that.
No, I've seen
Yeah.
them. I've seen people that have grown them. Yeah.
Yeah?
Like in person. Yeah, they're usually big buds.
Yeah.
Okay smelling.
So what did it? Just because that dopey feel that it just sound the name.
What happened was I think is that name was really big during the really big blow up of cannabis and the medical side of it, and
Blue Dream, Big Bud.
because it was
Yeah.
such a cash crop, it got that stigma of, oh, it's just a cash crop, it's not even that good. Or blah, blah, blah. People just grow it because it's big.
It gets
buds,
mad, does
and
it?
People getting
Cultivators get mad at that shit.
yeah. So I think that's where it got me made into a meme, pretty much is what
Yeah,
happened.
everything's Blue Dream.
And GG4 is going to be the Skittles will be the same thing.
Oh,
It'll
God.
just it'll happen to everything. We're human.
Yeah, but
a lot of
Purple
people
Punch
don't get.
sucks.
We're
At least
human.
GG's
The evolution that we are on, the path is ridiculous. Like, especially now with technology and being a pretty much half cyborg now, I guess we are.
It's getting there. Yeah,
Well,
cyborg people.
Our phone is a fucking direct extension from us. Like,
That's true.
it knows what we're.
Oh, that's right. Police need a
It
warrant to get through
knows
your phone.
shit
Yes.
about us. It knows our voice. Some phones know our face.
Not mine. Fuck that. Well, they do, but
I know it's funky. I mean,
Social
the
media's
great
got you,
Elon
no matter
Musk
what.
said that we are
the great
pretty much
Elon
half
Musk.
cyborg now because of our.
Fuck that
phones.
dude. That dude is so fucking rich, yo. He just shot his car into space just because he could.
Yeah, but see, why are you thinking on such a small scale like that? Like, think of
They're
like
still tracking
all
that
the
shit.
other shit that he's doing.
Christ. He's trying to do.
Like,
it's
how does
shit
that
is
guy
all
sleep?
outrageous, yo. That
Rogan
stupid
said it best. He looked right
tunnel
at him and he
idea
said,
was so lame.
When do you fucking sleep, bro? How do you find time to sleep?
He's got teams.
You're doing
and shit.
fucking-
It's not like
Spaceships, rockets, cars, tunnels, not a flamethrowers,
that shit was cool.
like solar. I'm trying. There's more. I
Yeah,
can't.
but it's not like he's doing
No,
that
but
shit.
he's behind it. He's the fucking buck stops with him. So like, when do you find time to sleep, bro? Like, holy fucking shit.
He's crushing it right now.
I mean, most of that Tesla thing is fucking robots. That's what I said. Like, he's on this AI kick,
But he is warning. No,
but he's got fucking
he's warning everybody.
thousands
don't
of
fuck
AIs
with
in
him.
his warehouse,
I-
building
well,
crazy fucking cars. They're all AI.
Yeah, but it was programmed, not like full AI.
Well,
Because he's been warning everybody to fuck with that shit. And Facebook is not. Facebook, out of all of them, is the one that's, of course, not fucking listening.
Remember last year I broke that fucking story?
Yes, you did. I remember that shit. I was like, once that shit came up, I was like, wow. I was
They're
like,
still fucking.
they still and they broke it down as like, all right, the reason so they can end up talking to other computers with like basically shorthand, but we don't know what that shorthand
Yeah.
is.
it's another fucking language.
Another language.
Like that
Fire.
we don't even know of. It's it's numbers probably. That
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Binary
they already
language.
did that. They turned two computers on,
Yeah.
and let them talk to each other, and within a few minutes they were
Yeah, but some of it
It was-
actually don't make sense. It's like, you
Well,
know,
of course it don't make sense to us
these
'cause
two
we've never-
red meat, blue ball, like it just shit doesn't make sense. Like as far as the shit that they're sending back and forth to each other.
Or maybe we're not reading the fucking message right, you know?
That's it's like a code that we don't, you know, like yo these stupid ass humans, dog. Look at them, look at these fucking meat sacks,
Dopes.
fucking bitches.
Look at these big giant meats.
Yeah, they shut that shit down like ASAP. I think how many days was it? Was it a day? It didn't say how long it was.
I just, it is scary.
Super scary.
Like,
Russians.
because I've already
You
seen.
know what's fucking really scary?
Russians.
Well, when
How
you
do
say
they know
did
the
you
sun's not just gonna fucking turn out tomorrow?
turn out or go off?
What?
Either.
Well, I think because
We're purple.
No, how do they don't know, like, how can they just say, oh, it's 7 billion years old, it still has this much fuel left? Like,
No.
how do they fucking know
They fucked
any
up.
of that shit?
They fucked up. They just kind of like so we're looking at judging
Math.
the other universes, right? As far
From
as
what?
how the
From
colors
here?
from the colors
notes
of the suns.
observations before.
From colors of the suns. Blue meaning a younger sun,
But they
red
don't even know
meaning
what-
like towards the end.
They
Well,
don't
this is
really
my
know
thing.
what
You're-
that
you're-
shit
for
is
some
either.
reason-
You're
they
100%
said-
right, and you want to know why? And this is the only thing that makes me kind of think they might have some half of a clue, because they don't. When I actually looked through the telescope and saw Saturn, I saw the rings, the space in between the rings, I saw the space in between the rings and the planet. I saw the planet. I saw it with my own eyeball right here. And I was like,
Yeah, but you can see it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't know what the fuck.
No,
What
you're
does
right.
that- no,
but
that doesn't
now
have
give me
anything to do
their
with the
fucking
universes.
give me their telescopes that
Yeah.
these people get to look through over the years of this technology that they've had
But-
of having a telescope.
Those are different type of telescopes.
And-
it's not the
and
ones you
where-
can like
I
look
know, but
down.
they're looking
'cause they're gonna
at
be nice.
they're looking at
Colors.
shit in the that was already happening.
We're using Earth-bound physics and looking at other shit
You're right. It don't make sense.
because it don't make sense.
How does it make sense?
Because we need to
'Cause they're telling us
hold on.
it does.
'Cause we
Yeah,
need
but when
to-
you see it with your own eyes.
No, because you can see it. But what I'm saying is, you can see the sun. We know it's there. But
Yeah,
like,
that's a
look,
different C though.
All right. So anyway, what I was trying to get back to, as far as like with the blue and the red, is that this was their definition as far as like what they thought how old our
This is-
universe was,
this stuff
and
is too sticky.
blue meaning younger and red meaning much older. Obviously, the sun expands and
Blue
the
giant,
supposed
red giant.
right, supposed like
yeah,
that.
and it changes to a red
right.
dwarf or
so
bright.
they were saying that our universe was more of a blue thing, but if you're looking at it as far as to what their supposed system like that, we're more of a purple. So we're already starting to go into the red.
But-
So that would make us a much older thing that they supposedly said before, as far as according to their own system.
Well,
You understand what I'm saying?
well,
I know what
right.
you're saying,
Yeah.
but they're
But at the
creating
same-
a system completely out of thin air
right, because just like the colors,
because they're just looking at
It's
colors.
just colors.
That's it.
Like, we only know purple is kind of on its way or has a relation to red because that's what we're taught.
It's just, and you're like, how do you know? It's like, because we know.
What if that's what if those fucking the dwarf is always been a blue motherfucker? That's just what it is.
It's just blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
It gives off blue fucking light or whatever the fuck is going on there.
and
Whatever's
yeah,
supposed to be
because
burning.
it hasn't been enough time.
We've
what,
been fucking around in
maybe
space
since
for
the
50
40s.
years.
50s.
Yeah, but everything's pointed down Earth.
Right, but what I'm
Most of the shit's pointed
what I'm
down
saying
Earth.
is we're making these absolute like
all right, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna ask the question: are you a flat earther?
I don't dude, I've never looked into that
I'm
theory.
Just asking.
I always just question theories. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yep. Me too.
Because I just look at people and I go, all right, like a lot of fucking fuckery goes
well,
around.
here's the thing: is
And with
I showed you that
it's not,
video.
it's not like we have 400 years of
exactly.
space exploration
Exactly.
science in our
Exactly.
pockets where we can make these things.
Exactly.
We're saying this after 50 years of fucking around in space, and we're looking at all we can do is look. We can't
Because you
go
can
and
go.
touch these places.
No, but you can go high enough even in a plane to see the curvature of the Earth.
No, and that's fine.
I'm not talking
That's
about.
it.
I'm not talking about
We're not
curvature.
ta-
I'm talking
we're
about.
talking
If as far
like,
as flat earther or not flat earther, shit like that. It's
No,
simple.
no,
The world is round because of the fucking other planets around and everything's round. It just happened to be how gravity ends up shaping shit.
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
it's
That's it.
definitely a weird subject.
Actually, more of a
it's got.
oval. Well, our planet is
I
anyway.
was just
Ours-
talking about looking at like. The sun could go out tomorrow.
Oh,
Well, right.
then we're.
The moon could go
That's
out
it.
too.
Right, like the moon. What the fuck? Like that could just disappear.
Well,
China just landed
let's
on the
touch on
dark
that subject
side.
that me and
Oh,
you have
shit.
spoken about
Yeah. Which one?
the moon and
Which part of it though?
about like whatever is
The
in the
cold light.
moonlight. In the moonlight is
Yeah.
colder than what's not in the moonlight.
Right.
Why? That
Don't
bugs
ask me.
That bugs me the fuck out because I have a temp gun.
Have you done it?
Yes, I've
That's
done it.
fucking
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's fucking intense. I was like, this is fucked up. I don't remember the exact temps, but
Wait, what?
It's like a 4-degree difference, 4 to 7 degree difference. All right. So
it was just amazing that it was
with
colder.
sunlight, let's start from the beginning. They say, and I'm just saying they because I don't know the,
Are they scientists?
the science in general.
What we're told.
Copernicus or whoever.
What current science tells us. Maybe that's to be like the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moonlight is reflection of the sun,
Supposedly, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what?
That's
That's
what
the
we're
only theory
taught.
we've ever
That's
heard.
what we're taught.
It's a reflection of the sun.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. So
Well, the light coming off of the moon.
right,
Which is a lot. It's fucking crazy how much it is on a full moon.
but here's the thing.
Okay.
Wild.
Ready?
Yeah. So when
Go for it.
during the day, when you're standing in the sun, it's warmer,
Yeah.
and when you're standing in the shade, it's cooler.
Yes.
At nighttime, when you're standing in the moonlight, it's colder than standing in the shade. Now, if it's a if this light is a reflection from the sun, how is it
colder?
how does it?
It doesn't. Maybe it doesn't reflect heat. Just light.
But what would make it colder?
I still don't believe it like reflects. It's just too wild. It's like
What do you mean?
I don't think it reflects. I think it's just.
So you think
weird.
the moon is emitting its own light?
It's it. So you know that I was in
Because
army,
if
right?
you say that, I don't think you're crazy because
Listen.
I'm totally open-minded. But you're going against everything, and you might as well be a flat earther if you just said
No,
the
no.
moon gives off its own light.
It's crazy, man.
So
And I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm just telling you what people are
That's
are that focused on. This is what it is. That's it.
Well, that's what bugs me out. Is like I at the same time I saw Saturn. There was a pretty nice moon out. It wasn't full moon, but it was a good enough moon. And I was fucking trying to see. I could like see the shadows of what were on the dark side of the moon, but I couldn't tell because I was really in there. Like you're not supposed to look right at the moonlight. Full moon.
Why?
light.
Because it's a reflection of the sun, or because they don't
No.
want you really seeing what's not there.
No, because I did. It hurts.
boom.
It-
Okay, on
no,
that
I did.
one.
I did, and it hurt. Like I was like, oh fuck, that's too fucking close. Shit. Whether it be the light itself hurting or the lenses in the
So-
motherfucker doing something, who knows?
Yeah.
Do
Like
we
Rogan says, and I fucking stick by this. I'm too fucking stupid to know. I don't know. I really don't fucking know.
Oh God, that's so.
I will never know.
It doesn't. So this is where like, all right.
And that's where faith
is
comes in for a
moon-
lot of people.
Okay, so in order for something like this potentially, and I'm going
Man, I
by
could go
the
for a
current
fucking pepperoni
psychic-
calzone right now. I don't know
I
why.
mean, science, not psychic. Science. That would mean either that the moon
We should do a
material
mukbang next
was
time we
made
do
out of
this.
something that made it into some kind of reactive thing to give it off its own like light versus a reflection, because you look at it like moon does. It doesn't look like it. You put something on it like it's just gonna reflect light. Unless you know what is actually happening between, because there's no atmosphere for the sun, for the moon.
Well, it's like
as far
grayish
as bouncing
silver
off.
up there. So if it's
But,
silvery,
you
it
know,
would it would
I
definitely
loved it
reflect.
at full moon because you know, even walking around, it does nighttime or in the, you know, or in the morning, it's like everything you can see everything. Like somebody just turned on the light. Like it is insane how bright it is on a
So
full
what is
moon
that?
like that. I don't know.
So take a rock,
Next time you have a gun, do you do laser gun, the
Yeah.
time gun?
I have videos of it. I want to
No,
show
no,
you
no.
one
I
day.
think I've seen him. I think
Yeah.
I've seen him. Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
a
it's
rock,
trippy.
put it in the light.
That's
Take a
trippy.
rock, put it
We
in
can
the
go do it right now. There's a full moon. I got
No, I
a
believe
gun.
you.
We
I
got,
believe
got a
you.
globe. We can go out there.
I was like, holy shit.
what
That's
the fuck is
crazy.
that?
It's weird as fuck.
That's so weird. They're lying to us. We didn't go to the
But they'll
moon.
tell you that that's
So
not-
I bet
that-
you. I
so
bet you
here's
we
the
can't
thing.
get to the moon. Maybe
Now
we
I
can't
sent
get
you
to
that
the moon.
video. Remember, and you were like, I just said to skip through.
Yeah.
And they would talk. That guy was talking about that same exact thing. This guy.
Oh wait, that was the Logan.
That was the
Paul.
Logan Paul thing.
And that was a flat Earth.
Flat
Okay,
Earth,
So I have
yeah.
seen a flat Earth. Okay.
Right. So. I don't remember
Wasn't that guy that
exactly.
shot himself in a rocket? Was he?
No. This guy was
Fucking
actually
idiot.
pretty fucking
No,
smart.
that was like the actual flat Earth guy.
Yeah.
Founder of the fucking shit.
The guy that this professor dude was, he was smart and he was bringing up some good points, and one of them was that point.
I know.
So it makes
That's
you
right.
think, like, again, I'm too fucking stupid to know. We
Oh,
will
look.
never know. Everything is math, based on math.
No, all you just gotta do is
I've seen
ask a
I've seen
sailor.
videos where this guy, he's like
Ask a
the
sailor.
That's it.
Ask him what.
Have you gone around the Earth?
that's
That's not. That automatically takes out the flat because
no.
there would be an end.
That's like so small
What are you so small?
of a
Why?
'cause
That's
it is.
physics.
No, because
If the motherfucker went one way and ended up having to do
But what if-
specifically like that to get over
See-
here,
Yeah, but-
I mean,
I
that's
think
it. He comes out. So you're telling me
but
it
then what if
works like
someone-
Mario Brothers?
so what if
you
they had-
jump
Listen,
in
I'm
outside,
not.
come
I'm not
together?
saying the Earth's flat. I'm just saying
Earth is not
that
flat.
that doesn't prove that the Earth is
Right.
round, and neither does going up in the plane and looking at it.
It doesn't prove that the Earth is round, but it definitely proves that it's not flat.
Well, a lot of people don't say it's flat. They say it's kind of flat with a dome. Well, some people say.
Which you would run at to the end, right? Unless there was some magical Mario
here's
Brother
the other thing.
Well,
port to
Here's
the
the
other
other
side.
thing.
Isn't it
Antarctica.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to Antarctica.
Can't.
You can't. I didn't want to get into it that fast. That you can't.
Wait.
But like you can.
Ice
You can
lock,
go.
yeah.
You can go.
They'll
on,
show you penguins.
You can go. Yeah, they'll see you fucker. They'll show you fucking penguins. They'll show you the fucking polar bears. You try and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go off. I got my own money. You know, I'm well funded.
Yeah,
I'm going off on my own with my own expedition." Like they will fucking shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna like. So when I think of whatever, if you want to say the Earth's flat, kind of flat with a dome, whatever. All of us, our shit would be in the middle. Like think of a compass, right? How it's like does that bubbly thing. Everything's in the middle, and there's just an ice ring around the outside, and all the water stops there. I mean, I'm not a flat earther. I'm 100% not. I'm just trying to debate and go back and forth on what the fuck. Because I definitely don't believe the moon landing was real.
The world is round because
I don't think the moon landing was real. And until I get to
you-
go to
because
space,
the sailors have to, like exactly.
Yeah, but
the
here's
sizes
the thing.
are the sizes are stupid. I agree. Africa is way bigger than the map actually says. And but if they end up doing that and actually going all the way around through water, well, then it is round.
But
It
what
might not
if-
be a perfect circle, but it's
What if the definition?
ish.
What if? Because after that video, it explains. See, your theory won't work on their map. Because
So sailor won't be able to.
no, they will, and they'll have a perfectly defined explanation why.
That'll just
No,
flip.
nope. It's. Did you? We're on the same video because this is the one I saw.
yeah, I'm trying to remember this part.
So imagine a disc. Okay.
Yes.
Just all right. Just like you were saying, a compass. Right.
It would have to be a
Yeah.
donut. It would have. I know what you're talking about, but it would have to be a donut.
Fine, it's a donut.
Okay. That. So.
But so now when you're on a compass, no matter where you are on that disc, dead north is always going to be towards the center ring of that donut.
Yeah.
Same thing. Now look, if this is the open hole right here,
The center. Yeah.
no matter where you are on here, it's always going to be facing north. Your
Right.
compass will always be going north. So if this is flat, okay?
It can do this like a gyro. It doesn't matter, and you'll always be facing.
Yeah, but
that.
you just that means that you're just standing in the same place, right?
No, so when you're sailing around the Earth, you are doing a perfect loop.
And the ice is all out here.
And they're saying this is Antarctica.
Yeah, that's why you can't go nowheres. Because
That's their theory. I don't fucking have a goddamn clue. And I haven't looked at it. I only saw that one video you sent me.
When you look at
so I don't know
Antarctica,
enough.
You know what?
when you look at Antarctica, and actually zoom in, and again,
So-
here's the thing:
Well, hold on, I just want to go back because I don't want to lose my train of thought. On their compass system, like it breaks your theory, but it works for their theory because it's a whole different fucking theory. You can't even use the same line of math almost because they're saying that gravity is different. Like they're saying everything is different.
Yeah.
So all the definitions you have aren't going to work for their theory. So it's like it's trying to. You're never going to mesh. You have to either believe one or the other. It's like religions, you know what I'm saying?
Well, exactly, and that's the thing. I always, until I get to go up into space, like supposed astronauts are,
Oh yeah.
and look down, and look all around.
But you can see the curvature for the Earth if
But-
you end up being.
but-
like, it's really,
But here's the thing about
you
the
don't
Well,
have
that's
to-
what you're told,
But,
though.
but
so-
hold on,
it's not- no.
The
yeah,
curvature.
that's what you're told.
You can.
Have you ever done it?
When you're
and
sitting.
calculate it. Oh, this is how many been in the suit and fucking like when that motherfucker went up in the balloon and jumped out for Red Bull.
Yeah.
It was pretty weird looking. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he's in a fisheye lens, and all.
No. The balloon. I know the fisheye. The lens that was facing the balloon. And they say when he got up so high, the air gets so thin that or whatever, because the balloon started like doing some weird fucking
Dude,
shit.
No matter what, that motherfucker's crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Holy fuck! Can you imagine just
100.
floating up in a fucking balloon?
When he stepped off, I didn't think he stopped. I didn't think he went anywhere for a second. I was like, he's not moving, and then he was gone. I was like, whoa.
He was like, that was fucking nuts.
That was intense.
That was probably the craziest thing I've ever
Wow.
seen a human do.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the whole thing, because I knew when it was coming up, so I would just like turn it on just to check, and every once in a while you'd see the balloon, and it would that balloon would do some weird shit, man.
I'm looking at this.
You got to send him the
That
Logan
video.
Paul one, because I bet you're gonna find a bunch of kooky shit
100%.
if you just look up.
But that guy is smart as fuck. He was bringing up some
Well,
good
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
points.
That guy's at least. The video that you sent me, it didn't have anything that was like, get the fuck out of it. It was all like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it made
like,
me go, oh
hey,
shit, on everything you said. I was like,
oh
oh fuck.
fuck. What? Actually, wait. Let me step back.
So what
And
happens
think about
is,
this for a second.
I'm still not sold. The Earth is round. It's weird. It's
I'm
weird
not
about
sold
the.
on
It's
anything.
weird
That's what
about
I-
the moon.
I'm not
it's weird
sold
about the
that it's
moon
round or
reflecting.
sold
That's
that it's
weird.
flat.
And why China? Why this is the first time too that humans have actually gone to the dark side, ended up being China as well. That is being the whole interesting thing about did we land on the moon? Because let's say that the material on the moon, the reflective, we can't actually land on it, so we
never been
videotape
there,
that
bro.
shit. I know we know like that, but it just adds more fuel to the saying that we didn't go there, and it was like that because maybe it is made out of something that we can't actually go on.
I don't think we
it's
can reach it.
radioactive or reflect to be. It
Right.
has to be some kind of radioactive be reflected to reflect on Earth.
They were too
Cold.
stupid to know back then that people were gonna get smarter
What?
and start asking questions. Where's the footage?
What do you
Where's the
think-
technology you used?
What do you think this whole Mars thing is? It's the old fucking moon race. It's the same shit. It's another
Mars,
thing. You know why? Because
bitches.
technology caught up, and we can fucking go in on the moon. We have
Oh man, that
really good telescopes and shit. We can't. We cannot verify
I love
any of
Mars
that Mars
movies.
shit.
I love Mars
We can't
movies.
from here. We do not have the technology.
I'm a little weirder with the Mars thing. I honestly think that AI dude, fucking or alien, whatever the fuck he is, Elon Musk.
Musky.
Those Tesla batteries
EM.
are once they're dead, they're bad, like really, really bad, and no one really ever looks at that.
No, they
So
don't.
I think that's why he sent the car out there That's why he's trying to get to Mars, because he wants to fucking just either find somewhere else because he knows the batteries from these Teslas are gonna be bad, like real bad for the Earth, and be able to get the rest of civilization.
Holy shit! Maybe that's why he launched his car into
over
space.
there, and he want, I don't know, man. There's a lot of different things that I think about.
Because he's
all
just
that
been
shit.
launching shit out to space. He's just probably getting rid of shit. It's like
SpaceX,
there's no
they've been doing
regulations
fucking
for it.
some crazy fucking
Mad trash.
crazy just, and you can get the rocket back. How smart is he? If he's doing it to shoot the rocket out, send the fucking shit out to Mars, and then gets his rocket back. Genius.
I know, man.
I mean, not
He won't
really.
be alive to see that shit happen.
yeah, we will.
He won't.
Yeah, because he's working with them.
I don't know, dog.
When the government
It only
steps to you
they
and
say
says,
it's
"You're
supposed
working
to take
with
what,
us."
3 months to get there?
3 months. I thought it was like 7.
Yeah.
I heard it was like 3.
I'm
With his
pretty-
rock-
At first,
6
somebody
months.
With
told
his-
me 2.
With his rocket,
And
or
I was
something?
like-
I'm going by what he's saying, because he's supposedly
So-
he's got
Mr.
So
Mr.
to get this
Tunnel.
done, you need a refueling station built on Mars.
Yeah.
It's no
Nah.
fuel.
Nuclear.
It's all Tesla
nuclear power.
fucking technology, dog.
And solar panels.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
like batteries,
yeah.
like rechargeable fucking whatever.
Dude,
through,
the
like
Discovery Channel did this whole thing.
He's talking about
like,
planes
the whole Mars thing.
soon.
It's pretty cool.
like
As
Tesla
far as like
planes
trying
soon.
to like figure out the problems
He's got
to like living
a
somewhere else.
Battery-powered jet
soon,
engine.
Yeah, this is crazy. These fuckers nuts. But that's
That-
something I never thought about.
It's not well.
the disposal
they,
of
no,
these batteries.
All right, so don't let me try and fix this just a little bit from what I do know. To get out of space is fuel. In space, quote unquote. I'm doing the air quotes,
Air
guys.
quotes.
It's another different technology. It's not fuel burning. That's all he said.
Right,
So, I don't
because
know.
of the thrust works differently out within the vacuum,
Right.
supposedly.
I don't know, dog. I don't know. Who else can just fucking go and get a permit and say I'm gonna dig a big fucking hole in LA and solve
Elon
all their
Musk.
fucking traffic problems?
He did it though. This shit was lame. The tunnel was stupid and weak.
It's still
Facts on that.
working. It works.
Not working. It works. One car. It was a demo. It was like a demonstration.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
and it
He's
worked.
got a fucking hole in the ground, and it doesn't
work though. It's gonna take time, dog. You can't just
Yeah,
snap
like-
your fingers and LA's traffic's fixed.
like 80 years.
hey, what's
This
fucked
is-
up is where exactly. Give me a map or where you plan on putting all these tunnels, because
Said
I guarantee you,
Dude,
you,
which is
they line up with all the fires.
listen to me. Which is the worst idea? Earthquakes, and you're gonna fucking dig into the ground.
Just some special way.
Boring. Yeah, his a company it's called Boring Company. I swear to God. And you think it's like, damn, what was he talking about? I thought it was like a think tank at first. Like, no, he actually
That
meant
Casey Neistat
boring
said-
holes in
he's
the
like,
fucking ground.
I'm going to see Elon Musk's boring hole.
company. Yeah, Boring Hole Company. Yeah, Boring Company. I swear, I was like,
I was like, boring hole.
Boring. No, it's just Boring Company.
Oh yeah, boring. Yeah. I was laughing. I'm like, that's fucked up when I figured it out.
Yeah,
But yeah,
dude.
he's got some shit up his sleeve. I know it for Mars for sure.
Shit is crazy.
For sure.
And just letting them do it too. Just
Technology.
digging holes
I
in
mean,
a fucking place that has earthquakes. Yeah. Sometimes California isn't
So
that smart.
he must be videoing this whole process of the car going into space and.
Yeah,
So let's
yeah,
see
I
space
watched the whole
because
thing.
you can
because
go
they
look at
won't
it.
fucking
You can
watch
go
the
look at
whole
it right
shit.
now. It's live.
Yeah, I watched the whole shit. Actually, they even have a tracking of where it's supposed to
Quote,
be right
unquote.
now in the universe.
"Quote unquote" live. You can watch it on YouTube.
his car.
Yep.
Up to a certain point now, the camera feed like that. Now they're just tracking. It's just a dot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it got
Yeah.
It did get
It's
too
too
far.
Kind of
now.
like when they track Santa.
Yeah.
Sort of like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Slower technology.
But supposedly the car is out there. No. I believe it.
I mean,
I
The
believe it.
videos though,
That motherfucker's got money, dog.
it's like
to just-
when
he
they
got a
blast the
fucking
joint
he
into
got a
space.
grant
But-
or a loan from the United States.
So
from
what?
the United States for lots of money. I don't even know how much.
A lot.
And paid it back within a year
A lot of vagina.
with interest and bonuses. Of course, he didn't say what the bonus was.
And in the contracts too. These contracts are like 40 years contract. Where that's our shit.
NASA works for him now, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about NASA.
No, I know that, but
We're
I'm just
paying
saying.
them to fucking send
So what?
shit to the
Why?
goddamn-
He owns a production company.
Well, I'm sure
I
they
don't
have
care about that.
some technology,
Yeah, they do.
We got a lot of technology.
like rockets and like
That's
all
the way of
all the
introducing new
German
technology
dudes that
to
came
us.
over from fucking World War II. All that
Yes.
technology.
But that does.
Well, we need it to get out of space. That's 100% fact.
In theory, yes. How come we're not? You know, it just seems like we should be a
Well,
lot further
no.
along if we have all
In
this.
theory,
Well, SpaceX is coming.
no. Listen, in theory, our
Right?
phone is powerful enough to man a fucking spaceship to land on the moon. In theory.
Yeah, well, that's
So
what
we
they were
have
saying.
the technology literally in our hand, in theory, to build some contraption, get it powered and computed by this fucking phone to get up out in space and land on the moon. All we need is diapers and some, granola bars
So why could the Chinese only land a robot there?
on the moon. Dark side?
Yeah.
Because it's too cold.
Why wouldn't the Chinese be putting people on the moon and say "fuck you"? everyone"?
America, stupid. Because
They got the money
America.
why? I don't know.
because they can't either.
Because they can't either. I believe you. It's real.
So is it water up there, or
I don't know.
That's what they're supposedly trying to find out. I'm doing air quotes now too.
I don't know.
I mean-
like I say, we're all a tiny little speck in this huge fucking whatever we're in. And whether it's a simulation and we're all fucking Sims, or there really is a fucking almighty being God, or the Earth is, we'll never fucking know until
Yeah.
we're dead.
All I'm saying is, some people say some real fucking brash shit. Like
Well, 'cause
they know
they're
what the fuck
hell-bent
they're
on
going
it.
on. No, I'm talking about scientists. They just constantly out.
Like Neil deGrasse.
Yeah, just. I mean, just.
Or Neil deGrasse Tyson.
They just want to be God. Fucking
Well,
scientists.
even he'll say it though. Like I've heard him kind of say, like, "Listen, I don't know either, but this is what the data that we have."
That's true.
And now, go back to
Even if
Plato.
it's all a lie.
Plato was, I think he was like one of the first like maps
Mhm.
found or
Astrologist.
whatever, astrology, whatever. But I'm saying like map of like the world, like Atlantis and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
bullshit. So
Aquaman.
that's all we know from that, you know what I mean, of like building maps and knowing the landscapes and shit like that, like, so
But why
we're
leave
only,
anything out?
huh?
If it is what it is, why leave anything out? Why?
Well, and I'm sure things get destroyed over time, and obviously, like, have you ever seen that
We're going
spot?
to the moon.
Have you ever seen that spot in Africa?
That
looks
spot?
exactly like what Atlantis is a picture of that we know of.
Oh, I'm sure I have.
It's like the eye of the Sahara. Yeah.
I went to Atlantis.
So-
It was in the Bahamas.
It
I seen
is,
the
it's
bridge.
fucked
Pet some
up.
dolphins and some stingrays.
I was like, look. Look. It's like.
Well,
they-
that's what I'm saying. Is everything, even like the Bible, and
The guy
everything,
was-
everything. We go off of what somebody else wrote or what somebody else said. You know
There's
what I
a
mean?
lot of that
and
shit.
it comes from this.
a
and
lot
it
of
comes from-
piggybacking.
You know,
Exactly.
who's the most
So-
famous
And-
person in history?
We're not.
Jesus.
Well, I was
I
gonna
know.
ask.
How did?
How?
I was gonna.
You
No, I was
got
gonna-
me.
No, I was gonna say.
He was
how-
a real person.
I was gonna say, how did Tom Petty get so famous? Oh
he
yeah.
was a real person. He just. He's the
Well,
most.
think about it.
He's the most famous person.
If you
in
could
all of man.
smoke with anybody in the history of life, I would have to go way back and give it to Jesus.
Like people know who Jesus is before they can say.
Because think about it, when you ran out
Alexander.
and you only had a little bit of shake and stems
Like,
and sticks and
Alexander who?
seeds, and you're
Alexander the
like,
great. It was like, why was he so great?
Jesus,
It's like
you smoked the rest of that
he
fucking
did that
weed.
shit by the age of 26. I was like, yo, fuck you, man.
You turn these stems and sticks and
Is there a
Well,
next
yeah.
great? A next great? Was there a great before Jesus?
A great before Jesus?
Yeah.
I
You
would,
know how we're looking at Jesus?
I
Like,
would.
he pretty much the dude.
Well, I would think that story overtook like the Egyptian shit.
I try to break it down to anybody asked
No,
about like
so
you
like
know
before I'm not.
no it's not about you know like because I have my beefs with.
I'm not even talking about deities or I'm talking about like there's eras. Will there be another era of like religions that pop up like the Egyptian shit? That's fucking gone because
I think
the pharaohs and all that
the
stuff.
Bible and all that
because the
shit took
Bible
over.
But
Yeah.
will something take over that?
Stories.
Possibly.
Oh yeah. Science probably and fucking this whole flat Earth thing and shit. It'll come back and it's already been there with Columbus and all them people. They said the Earth was flat. Why? Probably because some of them motherfuckers sailed to where they just bumping into ice all the time.
I have no idea.
I'm just saying it could.
No,
you
yeah,
know what
I mean,
like obviously
I'm open to
like
hear
you said,
arguments.
ask a sailor.
Ask a sailor. That's who would know. Ask a sailor.
And you know what else is fucked up? So I did that fucking DNA thing.
So it's not that to try to get some more info like that. Just ask a sailor. The sailor would know. The sailor would end up
But
being
like I
out there seeing some things that we haven't seen.
Depends where they sailed, and it
Well, yeah, it would have to be.
Yeah, if you're just
like
like
there's just you
around
know
here chilling and shit.
like I know you have the go-to arguments for like it's round, and because dude I'm totally up in the air about it.
Well, it just
Because
goes, I think
Because
it's,
I know for a fact I'm not smart enough to verify any of this shit that I'm listening. I'm just parroting arguments I've heard, and I think which arguments I kind of like, ones that make sense to me, and some are unexplainable. So I just kind of leave that as like agnostic. Like
Yeah.
I'm not taking a
it's
foot-
neutral.
So
I'm not
we-
taking
so they
call me
say
Switzerland.
they
You know what I
talk,
mean?
you know. So when you end up being on the ocean, and I've been, you know, you could only see
Now they
7 miles
But
until the
that's-
curvature.
But
hits.
that's explained because then when you look in binoculars or telescope, you can see further. It's because it's the way that our vision triangulates. That's that explanation. So
Okay.
now I'm only saying that because I've heard that argument. Again, I've watched that argument take
I
place.
think no, you can't see past like 7 miles. It starts curving.
But when you sit in the same spot, okay, and look at a boat disappear over the curvature. Now you get binoculars. Bing! Oh, the boat's back. What happened? Did the binoculars make you? What happened? Not.
It's still, you know, you're still like it's still curving. You just happen to you're magnifying.
But you said the curve.
right,
The boat's gone.
right. Just keeps
If
getting
the boat's
like,
gone, it's gone. Doesn't matter how much further you can zoom in because you're gonna be zooming in at
look,
the hump that it just went over,
going
right?
by what current science, and I've
Right.
seen it.
That's what they tell us.
But I'm just
Right.
saying. I bring like that right there. I'm not saying because I haven't sat there at the beach,
and done that. You have I
but I know you can watch videos of people doing it
have go
because I know that's a strong point. What?
Did I show you this?
Mm-mm. Ooh, you French. You're French and Portuguese.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Congo?
You're Congolese. How much?
Bantu.
Bantu?
Yeah.
Bond is Bantu.
From the waist down.
Stupid as fuck.
Well, it's only 1%, bro.
Yeah, that's from the waist down.
Just that's the one.
You know, 1% of your body is
So-
is the palm of your
Stupid as
hand,
fuck.
right?
Well, I'm only bringing this up because this is how it started with the moon for me. I had
With the
all
landing and shit, right?
Yeah, I had all of these built-in what I thought I knew shit, and then people would bring stuff up to me, and then I would still be like, yeah, no.
Weird, huh?
You're French, bro.
I would still be like, no, and then secretly go look at shit up and be like, wow. And then it happened enough times where then it convinced me. That's why I don't even want to start looking up that shit. Because I know people are putting up arguments that are...
Yeah, so they
Good.
ask you like what so what does your family claim? You know, as far
No,
as like,
I'm talking
you know,
about...
as far as like what have your nationality as far as your family claimed throughout the years as far as your ancestry?
Say again?
That's not what we're talking about.
Well, you still that
I was just showing you, like, kind of off, like,
funny. Like,
Yeah.
haha.
I was talking about
the
the theories on
on
the
Earth
moon
shit.
and shit.
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
thing with the flat Earth. Like you just did. You had your. This is why it's flat. Boom. But then
I'm
when
going
some.
by current science.
But then when someone. But if you go home tonight, and look up videos of people doing that.
And I have a hard time with videos because we live in the day and age that a motherfucker do this
so
shit.
look at enough of them.
I know.
Because there are some people that are actually good at.
I would have to. Yeah,
it's
I
not
would
just
have
me
to.
making a video. It's
No, you're right.
a physicist or a
But
scientist.
there could be just one dude
Or
just
shit-
sitting
or
there.
if there's
All
not a
he
scientist.
does, because
or what happens when there's a lot of
currently,
scientists.
right? Because currently, apparently, a group of motherfuckers sitting in a room fucking affected our elections with propaganda through social media targeted at black people. They're telling them that to fucking just fuck up with the whole system. Apparently, right? So if a group of people can end up doing that, a group of people can end up most certainly put a flat Earth thing together, or anything else, or even continue, the thing of whatever landing to the moon. Just like a group of people can do that,
Right,
a group
but
of people can also put out an argument against that
but do
as
you have
well.
the courage
Like
to look at the other argument?
So that's why I ended up saying about the I kind of brought up Jesus for a specific point. Like Thomas Jefferson was atheist or agnostic. He didn't believe in religion, but he said that as far as looking at all the religions and morality, that Jesus' teaching, because he was a real person, ended up being probably the best as far as any of them along the whole line. And he wanted to rewrite the Bible. And actually, no, he didn't want to. He was actually rewriting the Bible to actually take out all the what he called magic tricks. To have it be more of a life lesson book. And
what was this being called?
But
what was he calling it? I
forgot what it was.
I heard this before.
But this is
The New Testament.
He was trying to make it like
he was trying to
legitimize
which
stuff.
isn't the first time. I mean, the one that we have the current
Well,
James
think
King
about how
Bible
much
was
stuff
done by
was added
Shakespeare.
in,
Shakespeare
because it
didn't
was-
want to do it. He was made to do the fucking revised version of the new King James Bible. People are like, oh, Shakespeare wrote. I was like, yeah, Shakespeare wrote the last one. He didn't want to do it. He was forced by the king to do that shit, or by the fucking Pope or whoever the fuck.
just you need to understand it's not some magical fairy script that was unearthed. It's been written. It's been translated. It's been changed. It's been altered. It's been modified. It's been
regardless,
it's been touched by
regardless
human.
the better
of
and the
all the
worse.
bullshit
Right,
that we
right.
added to
Better
it
and
and
worse.
all the magic shit that we added to this like that, he was still a real dude that ended up dying supposedly for our sins on our behalf and shit like that. Even still, sacrifice, religion or not, is probably the best thing, the greatest thing somebody could do for somebody else.
Yeah,
That, I give my on behalf of I'll take me instead of
Right.
everybody else. That's as far as just a normal person. That's pretty dope. And I really try to point to that. Not all the other things that he ended up actually
What's
doing.
that story? The old story with the king and fucking the two women. One of them stole the baby.
Oh, the baby.
And the king was like, "All right, I'm gonna cut
was it
in half, and
Constantine?
You can
I think
have
it might have
both
been
of it.
Constantine.
One can have one half, one can have the other." And the real mother ended up saying, "No, let her have him. Keep him alive. She can have him." And that's how he knew that.
That was
It
a real
really
mom.
her.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
But yeah, the Earth
But
is
we,
round.
people believe.
The Earth is round.
People believe whatever.
I'm a rounder.
I'm a
You guys-
nothinger.
You guys are not. You're not. You guys are not convinced.
No.
Either way.
No, I'm not smart enough to know.
Yeah, I'm
That's what
not
gonna
smart
say.
enough to get convinced.
Come on. With this day and age, we
I need to go up there.
compared to people.
Send me up there.
Go back 100 years.
Send me
Somebody
up.
our age.
Mhm.
Do you think that we know more than them right
Either
now?
that or let me
At
go.
their age. Same as us.
fucking-
Know more about what?
Everything. Anything.
Because what we talk about and what we think about, our lives are different.
That's true. They think more of like, obviously day to day and like that. But if you start, as far as how much knowledge somebody can consume now versus how much knowledge people consume back then or able to, because
it's
our
the
ability
availability.
yes. So
Yeah, but there's still restrictions. Like,
Well-
okay, let me go to space. Well, it costs a lot of money, and you're not fit. Why?
you're right.
Prove
You're
me
right.
that. Okay, if that's the case,
Let me go fucking wander around, explore fucking Antarctica. Let me go. Don't tell me no. Don't shoot me. I have money.
They've
Let's
gotten
go.
legitimate expeditions together that
Well,
have been rejected.
No, you know what? If you
I
got
know.
Like legitimate, like world known
People that do this,
do it.
yes.
Like they've done Himalayans, all
Right.
that shit.
And if you go back in history, all
can-
the
you can go to
stories
the North
that,
Pole.
Yeah, you can go to
All you
North Pole
want.
all you want because it's fucking
but
round.
not south,
No Antarctica.
nobody
no.
can go south.
you
No.
cannot go to Antarctica, bro.
Nope.
We should start a GoFundMe.
And
I think they've done it. People, it's
Try to
all out.
GoFundMe.
if
to
you
like
go
that.
back in history, all the people that have gone to Antarctica never come back.
never.
They
Crevice.
don't ever.
No, that what's
it's
that
just
guy?
a story
What is
that
it,
they
though?
go and do it. And
No, that
I know it's
that-
really
that
difficult to
famous
get there.
Admiral went down there and led the expedition for the U.S. Army in the 40s,
well, now you're getting into like.
and then that's when it like locked down.
pretty
He
much.
went and came back and was like, "Yo, there's a whole nother world out there."
Guess what, guys? This is.
He said they found like oil reserves that could last hundreds of years, just like in Antarctica.
Leave them there. We don't need that shit. That's fucking.
There's like a tropical hot spring lake they found.
Oh, that's different. That's cool. I wouldn't mind that shit.
Yeah, well, if you all of a sudden you're walking and you all of a sudden and you,
What was it? Jules Byrne?
what the hell happened? How come?
What the expedition leader?
How come I can't?
No, the writer.
Thump, right into a dome,
You know,
right into a
travel
glass.
to journey to the
See,
center of the earth and
Now, would
and,
I-
and
You think it's plexiglass?
I don't know.
No.
Do you? I mean, would you ever look into it?
of course I'm gonna look into it. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say that this is because what we believe back then say, oh yeah, microwave is the best way, blah blah. TV dinners are so clean, blah blah. And now we start looking at it. If you microwave anything, it takes any nutrient or vitamin like that you could have had that would have done your body some benefit. You just nuked it, so it's no longer.
Nuked it with what? It's just water.
It's the radio waves.
There's no. Yeah, but it's not radiation.
It actually kills the shit. Yes.
Right. No, but there was a misconception that there was
Not radiation.
no, people thought that forever.
Yeah. Well, those are fucking.
Like my parents
No.
were like,
No,
"Don't
but
stand
actually,
too close to the."
But the way that actually does like that.
no,
actually,
I was talking
Yeah.
about radiation. People.
Don't microwave your shit.
Why?
just-
That's not real.
There's no radiation.
It's no radiation.
Isn't that fucker?
Yeah,
No.
no. There's not a little fucking nuclear reactor in your kitchen.
Then what kind of waves are they?
Radio.
They're radio waves.
Yeah, not radiation waves.
Well, right.
People
if
thought
you-
the people thought they were radiation.
It's like they.
But if you put
it's a-
aluminum or any
it's a
metal in
fine
there,
amount-
it'll spark and fire.
because it's like a super dense.
radio
It
wave?
activates
different
water
kind of hertz
molecules.
or something?
That it's meant to directly affect water molecules,
Yeah,
but
like
apparently it reacts negatively when it comes to metals.
Mhm.
Science.
It's gonna be some kind of crazy fucking.
It's really
Right.
you can look.
Don't use it. I don't honestly. I'm not for it.
No.
My shit, like broke, and my wife has been bugging me to get a new one. I'm like, nope. I was like, use a toaster oven. Heat that shit up like in an oven. That's it.
But
I
no,
know.
seriously though,
I
you
mean-
find yourself going down the rabbit hole and you start doubting yourself,
That's why it's a rabbit hole.
and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of.
And it takes
videos
more
out
than one
there
video.
that are-
I'm interested about the whole South Pole thing. That's got me.
Check that out.
That one's got me
And,
really interested.
like,
Considering too, they say that that's the one that's got the most life too, right?
Why are all satellite dishes, radio dishes, all pointed south?
Well, it depends what part of the hemisphere you're at. Up here, it's because we're northern.
According to the internet,
they're pointing
they're
south.
they're all going south.
They're all pointing south. Even the
all
ones
pointing south.
Well, I know the one on my house faces Texas, which is south.
south.
They're all facing south.
If
Why?
I can't say
I
until I,
thought
see it somewhere
satellites
else.
were all over the fucking place.
They're just floating up there, right?
Really?
Right against the plexiglass.
So then, if they're all pointing south, why are they all pointing like
Because it's all
outwards?
triangulation.
Why are they pointing like outwards? Why they got to point towards the center?
Because now here you go back to their fucking map.
South
South
I looked
is
at it,
all around
right
towards a
it's
certain direction.
towards the center. Because if it's flat,
There's-
it's going to be towards the center.
The center is north.
So it's pointing outwards.
south would be every way that way, besides the middle.
Right. So it's pointing outward compared to the circular flat map
Right.
that it shows. I looked at it and
It's yeah. I mean, I don't know about that though.
So according to the map, right? The supposed Antarctica is the outer ring of this disc.
That's what they say.
Right? That's what they say. And they say that all the satellites are pointing supposed south, which end up being outside this supposed ring. Not towards the center, towards the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's asking why.
I think I just asked. I don't know about everybody.
Oh, well.
I'm too dumb. I don't fucking know, man.
I'm just curious why. I'm just curious.
It boggles my mind.
I'm not sold.
There's a
It
lot
sounds
of things.
too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
I'm not sold either. But you bring up enough of those questions where you go, all right, what's going on? Do you start with that?
It's not.
And that's
you're
why
right.
I'm not convinced either way. I don't know. That video fucked me up. Because you put enough questions
can't-
out there, then you
yeah.
start going.
See, when I watch.
Because all it does is it just validates everything. That when people go 100% this way, you go,
Like.
because really smart people are hinging on these things that are being disproven, and you're like, well, if you're, dude, you won't even bend on that. You won't even admit that you're wrong on this. How am I supposed to believe you about all this other fucking shit?
We watch different type of YouTubes. I watch things to like change car parts or
No, I watch that
know
shit too,
something
but at the
like
same
some
time,
wild place that somebody
Well,
visited.
I have a
kind of
question.
be woke.
No,
Because if anything
yeah,
ever does
but
pop
what is
up,
that?
I don't want to go.
I get you.
I don't want to
but
be super surprised about it. I'll just go.
It's piqued my interest because
Go
it's a
figure.
place that I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted everybody, everybody's always going to the fucking North Pole. No, I want to go to the South Pole because they also said that that's where most of the fucking life ends up being too. When it comes to between the North and the South Pole, that there's a shit ton of life at the South Pole. I'm like, well, fuck, I want to go visit down there.
Yeah,
Not to
you
mention-
can.
Yeah.
You can. You can book a flight.
No,
and,
but I want to go
and-
to the
and-
South Pole. I don't want to go to.
They're gonna
like,
take you
Yeah,
to a
they're gonna
spot
take
that
you to
says
a-
the South
Yeah,
Pole.
they're gonna take you to a pole that says the South Pole, give you pictures, show you some penguins, blah blah blah, and you're off.
And then
You cannot.
And
keep
then we
going.
hijack the expedition and we fucking keep going.
Yeah, no. What
You
you,
get
don't
taken
realize is when you
Taken
go down
out.
there, you're being watched and
It's like you're being
escorted by
Yeah, it's all military. It's all military.
guys with guns. Like, yeah, you're not going nowhere.
We take the guns.
Like when what's their faces?
We watch a lot of enough movies.
Top Gear.
We watched enough
They
movies.
went and did North Pole.
If we end up getting a group
They
of
didn't
us,
do the South Pole. They did the North Pole, and they went and drove their fucking crazy trucks all the way to the center of the North Pole. That was the only place they went. And I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, maybe it is like picture this as.
Have you ever
as like
seen?
this.
Have you ever seen that
And
video
and
of the
that's-
rocket?
that hits and just starts spinning?
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of those, but the one that like hits and it's like a liquid.
Yeah, it goes boom.
It's like,
But it's like.
and then it like falls out of liquid.
I don't know if I saw it fall out, but
Yeah,
I know
'cause it comes back out. I mean, it fucking
well, they got the footage. Well, yeah, they got the footage, but
just shit like that is like
yeah, it's fucked
strange.
some good graphics, huh?
See that, and then that's as far as you go with it.
Because I do this shit for a living. Like
What?
Make the ability to make all these type of graphics and try to sell it to you.
But you don't even know what I'm talking about.
As something, as a theory within a specific group, a group of friends that
Alright,
do it
man.
online just for the sake of being fun. Like
Yeah, like
people-
editing and stuff. That's
It's
what he's
it's
talking
not it's not difficult. And this is the bigger thing that you guys should also end up keeping in mind. If the government ended up using that same type of, camera illusion back then to fool the entire world that we landed on a fucking moon, then what makes you think a group of kids can do the same thing and feed it? And then of course it only takes a little bit to.
But you don't know what I'm talking about
Well,
because it wasn't a group of kids.
group of adults, group of kids, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Take it in. You have to admit that if they're able to do it back then from the moon landing, they most certainly can do it
You
now.
have to say though, most of those videos are people trying to prove.
I'm only talking about the rocket video.
Yeah, those rocket videos are trying.
Where it's just a GoPro on a rocket. I mean,
Right.
what are you editing out?
Well,
whatever you
who
need to
knows?
make to
You
prove
can
your
edit
point. That's
whatever
that's the reason
in,
that they
out.
edited the Bible. That's the reason
That's
that
what fucks
they
me
edit
about
everything.
videos is because I never know if it's like,
Of course.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like,
And you have to know who's making the video
well,
and all
even-
that shit.
Yeah, even at
That's
all
what I
that,
suggest.
it's
But
like,
but you don't.
With that's what I'm saying. Like
Right. But what I'm saying
with
is,
my current
you're
opinion
discrediting any of my or any of our looking into shit. You're just saying people would just make up fucking bullshit.
That's true. It's a cheap way out. You're right. But there's not enough proof on that end to tell me otherwise. It is more proof on.
There's definitely no proof on either end.
on the round. Just because you ended up finding another way to explain something doesn't make it like
Of
true.
course not. Of course not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
And
not. Did
the
I say?
science? And I'm just going by.
Did
the-
I say the Earth was
No,
flat?
you did not. You did not.
All I'm
You
saying
said
is that
you don't know. That's what you said.
I've been proven that I don't know.
Okay, so you know, the data that I'm
I need my
referring to
comb.
Right.
would end up being
my beard.
a lot of it compared to what the data that we're talking about as far as the
See,
other
but
side.
you have no different data on that side than I wasn't exposed to. I was on the same boat as
No.
you. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and and you've piqued my interest. I'm definitely gonna look into it, and I want to go down there now. I want to go. Like
That's what I said. I was
that's
like,
That's just- that's
I'm
just
going.
Antarctica. That's
I don't
just
want to
one-
go to North Pole. Everybody's been going to North. It's like and there's nothing there. There's fucking
that video
polar
fucked
bears.
me up too because they
You know,
brought
it's
up a lot of
Because
shit.
it's more
I
than
was
the,
like,
it's
well,
more
wait
than
a
that
minute.
one point. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, you
Even
can,
still,
you can discredit that.
it's
Then it
super
starts to get hard to
difficult.
start to discredit all these different arguments. It's kind of it ends up being like 9/11, where it's like
Yeah.
you end up just having to pick a side.
Or you go.
Go what to Antarctica?
Yes.
All right, beyond Antarctica. Now let's go to the moon. Let's go to the other arguments they have. Like
No, I can't afford to go to the moon, but we can definitely put together to fucking go. towards the
the
outside.
different temperatures from the sunlight and the moonlight.
Oh,
all
well,
these
that's-
other different questions. I'm saying
Right,
all the
right,
other
right.
different elements. It's not just it's not one argument they have. That's why it fucked me
So-
up because I was going nope it's this, nope it's that, nope it's this.
So-
the curvature, you can see so far, but then when they start debunking all the different arguments that you thought you knew, it
Right.
just piques your interest more. That's all I'm saying. And then that's where I go, I'm fucking done because I'm not smart enough to now debunk either of these guys because now I don't know who to trust.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not me looking at a
And
video.
it's not even a trust thing. It's just
I prefer videos made by professors, people that are actual
Again,
have their credibility on the line.
we watch two different type of YouTubes.
Yeah, you said you watch videos on how to change an alternator.
That's just
I'm saying I get
on,
an
like,
interest
some
and
other
I
funny
look it
shit,
up because
or-
I know I'm not the only person that's
And I look
had
at
an
like
interest, you know what
how
I'm saying?
to make graphic of different programs and shit related to my
Yeah,
job. Like,
but
that's about it.
That's here or there. I mean,
That's-
I look up prices for different products.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is,
yeah. It's certain.
all I'm
types of
saying is
videos.
opening up to different arguments. I hate doing it.
No, I'm open to it. It's got me interested. I want to go. I've always wanted to go to the South.
I'm not
Pole,
talking about going to South Pole. That's just again one.
One thing I
that's the
know, but
only-
the only way to try to
That's
find
the only
out
feasible
for myself,
thing that we could even come maybe close to
Why not?
checking out.
we can.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
For
Things can change.
him, or you, or me.
Yeah, well,
Look, things
mean,
can change. We can live up.
we ain't never
I'm
getting-
gonna end up living to 100. I don't know. About
We
you
ain't never
guys.
getting in no
Like,
rocket, in no spacesuit, or
Why not?
Tony Stark's fucking suit and flying up there.
There's
mean,
a guy
maybe,
who created one.
Maybe. Never know.
It's
Who
already
knows?
out there. It's just stupid as fuck, but it's already.
I
There's
know
one already out
Raytheon
there.
was building
we're still
one.
driving modified Model Ts. I mean, it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same fucking piece of technology. Where's our fucking jetpacks? We were
No, they
promised.
have 'em.
We were
They
promised
have 'em now.
jetpacks.
They have
Finally.
them.
Where's ours?
No, I know.
Not yet.
They're in the
They don't
works.
trust motherfuckers with
They're in the
jetpacks.
works, I'm sure. 'cause
No,
I've seen a
Too
they
much
don't
bank
trust
robbery.
No, I
motherfuckers.
have seen. Have you seen that one?
But they're not gonna. That's not gonna be like a mode
Dude,
of
it
transportation.
almost looks so fake, dude. It's
They
just
won't let it.
crazy, bro.
They can't. They won't even let people have drones. Like you need to have a
What do
fucking.
you mean let? I mean, if you
Well,
buy,
now
if you can
they
buy, if you
changed.
buy one, you buy one, and you have it. Like,
But
what,
you can't.
what are they
they're
gonna
not
come at you with a jet?
You'll be restricted as a motherfucker.
And be like,
You're gonna have to go to an airport to
get
go
down
use your jetpack.
now. We're gonna shoot you out of the sky. No, you're not. I'm gonna duck behind this tree and fucking disappear.
Nope, they'll just have the FBI waiting for you to land, and then you'll get arrested. And
Nah, I don't think.
dude, if you fly a drone in front of an airplane, the FBI shows up at your house.
Oh yeah, that's a law already.
So if you have a
Like, they didn't
jetpack
have
and you're
one for a
fucking
while.
around, you
Yeah,
can
they didn't
fuck
have one
around
for a
while you're
while,
fucking
and
around.
The FAA fucking closed that shit up real
Yeah,
quick.
but that drone, it's because the drone was built by some
You know how they end up
company that
so-
has to
But
put
I'm just
some
saying,
kind of
No,
thing.
we're humans. You
If
think
you-
they're gonna let humans fly around
I don't know,
aimlessly?
I watched
Yo.
Casey Neistat go to some place where they're already building flying like drone
Stuff.
mini helicopters or car with literally it's a drone. It's got
Yeah, they're building this shit, but it's not. We're not gonna have it.
No, Dubai
yeah,
has it.
they're getting ready to get like he said how much because that's what Casey Neistat does. He pick shit about it. He's like first thing how much and they're like probably around the price of a fully loaded SUV.
40 racks.
And he probably like 70.
Mm.
He got in this fucking thing with the helmet. Fucking propellers start going like the drone does, and he was fucking up and going like nothing, like you regularly fly a drone, and he can land on the water, can land on the land.
Dubai shit, yo.
It's gonna happen. It's
They
coming.
got it.
I'm telling you.
I don't think
They
so.
got it in
Hey,
Dubai.
what do you think? Meet George Jetson.
That shit, I don't know.
What was her name?
Telling you,
I don't think
bro.
they'll trust people enough to let that happen.
It's gonna.
It's already.
100%.
They're already fucking doing it.
100%.
They're already doing it.
They have a huge
One-
testing
it's
facility
like
in
1 or 2
Arizona.
seater.
Like, yeah,
But they
it's,
got that
it's
shit.
already in the works. Trust me, they wouldn't be putting this money into it. It's kind of like cannabis thing.
It'll be military only.
I don't know. I'm telling you.
Yo, they
Think about it. It's more space.
Yo, listen. Honestly, like.
Yeah, more space they can't control.
No, but.
what do you mean?
Yeah, that's what the problem. That's what we're reaching that part of technology as far as like that we
That's why they won't allow
are
it.
advancing faster than they can actually.
Why do you think
keep
Trump
control of.
Trump said something about
They're s-
Space Force?
Dude, they're
'Cause he knows
so
we're gonna
fucking
make it.
behind, like technology.
gonna be
Like
Jetsons.
they can't even hack into a fucking iPhone. Like they have to hire a third party to hack into an older OS version, not the newer version. That's why you got to keep fucking make sure
What are
you
you
get
talking
like
about?
that. As far as developing technology, it's
Like-
not gonna be
like the government?
yeah, like the government is actually trying to play catch up to fucking technology companies. They're trying to make sure they end up like figuring out that they end up having the hooks into it.
Well, that's why
It's
they
not-
turned
they
around.
want what China's got. China, like every company belongs basically as part of China, so it doesn't matter what it is like that. That's why they're stealing everybody's shit from the U.S. With the U.S., they have that kind of like little bit of restriction of just kind of like just getting into somebody else's company and shit like that. But China doesn't give a shit. They end up doing it anyway. They
You
end
hear
up
about
getting
that
shit like
phone?
So where's
China
that flying
put out?
cars?
They're gonna get them.
I'm sure they're fucking close too, though.
They just landed on the dark side. It's like, yo, bitches went to the. We went to the dark.
Yeah, no fucking flying cars.
I'm telling
They
you.
don't know what's back there, but they're gonna go. They're gonna go to the aliens.
I don't
you
think
know,
it's gonna be.
flea
It's not gonna be
market.
cars. It's gonna be like.
That's on the
planes.
dark side. They're gonna go to the alien flea market and they're gonna bring back some new technology that's gonna revolutionize everything, and China's gonna be in charge.
Elon's talking about a plane.
Watch.
Fucking
Mark my words. I just said it.
Tesla engineered plane.
You
Fucking.
find a Chinese restaurant everywhere.
That's gonna be ridiculous.
Think about that shit. And that's not racist. That's a fact.
That's some crazy shit. I'm getting hungry though. Almost have to go, boys. It's getting that time.
You guys get hungry around this time.
I got some. I made some roasted Brussels sprouts with a balsamic glaze, like a drizzle. Fucking so good, so fucking
Send that video to him.
good. And a meatloaf.
I'm interested
I'd
about
have
the
to
whole.
Find it.
Which one are you talking about?
Son, did I send it to you in your text?
Yeah, I'll have it.
The moon one?
No, it
Can't be too
It's
far.
the guy he was talking about. The guy he watches, Logan something.
Logan
right?
Paul, but yeah.
He talks to one of those guys. Is this it? Yeah, right. I got it.
And it's just Logan being experimental, just trying to fit like we are. Like
Yeah, not being
Like, I don't
sold
know
on anything.
He's like, I don't know either. You're just pointing out really good points, and like compared to what I'm taught and I know, these are
I'm
these
not,
are
you know,
these
I-
are some weird things.
For a long time, I do admit that I believe in like
Yeah, that's
we
it.
whole landed on the moon thing. But then, after really looking at it again, I'm like, no, we didn't. Like it's.
I don't think so either.
It's good.
It's a clear
I
sign.
can understand why.
It was a hell of a job. Outstanding.
I fucking like yo.
Hats off.
100%
Kennedy.
USA. Fucking the world. Like what was that? War of the Worlds and the
Sent it to me.
the radio
That was
show.
all of us.
Oh.
That shit is. Yeah.
Now, and then you also got to add in all the other mockery bullshit, because a lot of the facts that you have to believe in come from NASA. So then you have to look into that and you realize,
That's true.
wow, they are full of a lot of shit. So now you have all these brilliant people relying on people that are full of a lot of fucking shit. Now you got to use that into the equation of your trust. So it all plays into it. That's why the moon thing is what started the whole process for me of going,
Well,
all
they-
right, I don't know anything.
They even showed the trust of NASA in the fucking Apollo 13 movie. When what's-his-face supposedly had fucking measles or chickenpox or something.
And then he didn't.
And then he didn't, for
yeah,
real.
Yeah, that's true.
It was some
Or
shit.
Apollo
They
13 one,
didn't want him in
yeah.
They didn't want him up there for some reason. It just, I mean, whatever. That's a movie about something that supposedly happened. I mean, I guess maybe it did happen.
Or
I
did
don't
it?
fucking know. But they say we can't even get past, what is it, 100 and something thousand feet? It's like a certain spot. It's
What?
like,
That
is it
dude
like
jumped
4
out of-
miles or something?
No, that dude jumped out of 117 or some shit like that, wasn't it? From the.
I think it was right at the point
the
because
balloon.
the balloon was doing some
Yeah.
weird shit.
The balloon. That shit is crazy, dude.
The
Like,
balloon was
who-
getting really big.
Who does something like that?
That's fucking absolutely insane.
Like, yes. Hey,
I think he
Bond.
was.
Who
what-
agrees
what
to-
did he hit? He hit
Bond?
like 700 miles an hour or something.
He was doing like
Dude, he was going. He's
Like
spinning
flip-
too. That was a danger
yeah.
too. Like,
He
if
couldn't-
he was running too
yeah,
fast.
insane.
On pure physics and like what
Yeah,
we
rip
know,
you apart.
like
Your
insane.
brain would scramble.
Bond. Wanna go up?
I would love to.
That view.
Steve-O said he went up to 90,000 feet, and he's like, I'm telling you right now, that shit look round. But,
Hey.
yeah, he went
What
up
did
in
he do?
Steve-O,
Yeah.
he got the chance to go up in one of them Russian MiGs that go up to like 90,000. He said, I looked down and that shit was round. It looked round.
but looking through a curved hood.
A curved hood.
Oh, he was just in the plane.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
curved
that
up
shit
top. He was looking this way, down at the earth.
Yeah, but isn't the whole
It's curved up
fuselage
top.
curved?
No, because if that was true, that shit would look curved like on the ground. It just looks normal. It just
It does look curved on the ground though.
I mean, I don't know what it looks like. 'Cause I've never been in one, but
magnification
from
bubble
what
or
I've
something
seen,
like
it's
that.
just like that glass comes back. I mean, it's
Or a
it's
camera.
not flat right here, but it's not like the lens. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. He said it looked round from up there, but
I think it's round.
I mean, it's hard to believe that it's flat.
I don't.
It really is hard to believe. I just think it's interesting with the
It's
arguments that are made.
It's interesting to think of what all the other Earthlings think.
So this is an interesting science fact that I ended up they ended up rediscovering or discovering that as far as what the highest place on the world is not Mount Everest. It ends up being somewhere more towards the equator, as far as one of the mountain ranges within the equator, because of the mantle. If you start thinking about it, like something of water balloon, if you're spinning it, you start getting kind of like an oval shape with the center being at a higher, distance as far as like that. So those mountains end up being more of a higher place on Earth.
Was that from a centrifugal force?
Now, how about this?
Something like that.
Here's a theory, because I was just thinking about that. Flat, round, take that out of the equation. If we are spinning in one direction at a very high rate of speed, takes 24 hours, right?
What's the speed? I think it's like 700 something.
So, whatever we are as a mass,
you take a water balloon and fucking spin it at a high rate of speed in the air, like it's, you know what I mean? It's gonna shrink down, and the edges are gonna come out, right? The water's gonna wanna. What if that's what it's like? Where it's just, cause there's, you know what I'm saying, like frisbee-ish, but still
That's weird.
has that. You know?
Here, let me add a little bit more weirdness to
I don't know.
it. A little bit more weirdness to it. How fast do you think the Earth spins? Make a complete rotation on a 24-hour at a point near the equator. Equator, right? So the supposed, you know, how fast do you guys think it is?
Yeah. I think I've heard it before, but I can't remember.
Take a guess. What do you guys think?
I know it's something.
This is all
crazy.
theories and stuff like that anyway, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Right. It is something crazy. It's like,
So I'll be honest, I always thought it was like somewhere between like, 600 and like 700.
no, it's something
It's
astronomical.
like 63,000 miles an hour or something.
Nah.
What the fuck is it?
It's. I think it's gonna be 100,000, something like that.
100,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
You guys ready? About 1,000 miles an hour per hour.
All right.
It's too convenient. It's too neat.
Everything's too neat.
Yeah.
Way
How
too
does
neat.
how does the
An
fucking
even 1,000?
how does the moon
I thought it was 7.
and
you
the
know?
sun line up like they're the same fucking size? That's fucking crazy.
Wait, what?
In an eclipse? Solar eclipse?
Well, that's just because that's
A
what
lunar
we
eclipse
see.
just happened
I thought of
Yeah, that
that
was nuts.
too, but
on my birthday.
if
actually.
the sun is bigger and it blocks out the moon, like, we're not gonna see anything else. That's just what we're gonna see.
But the moon blocks the sun. It goes dark.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The fuck?
Wait, what? The moon?
Yeah, the moon blots out the sun in a lunar eclipse. Like when it just did it and it went across the middle of the United States, well, like from Oregon down to the middle
Oh,
of the
yeah.
United States.
I do.
That
But
was
that's
the
the
moon.
other thing too.
No, that was
how
the
that
moon.
line
like,
traveled. You see the way that line traveled? That was weird.
Because it was an angle.
Right.
But again, that's just our perception of.
but they can see, like, they saw, like,
Of
But like,
The
how does
United
water go
States.
flat?
no, but, like, they could see
Yeah, it stays
though.
on level,
That was
I know.
different. Because, like, you know why it was so exciting that they came across?
put a bunch
the-
of it in
across
a
the
in
planet,
a
across the
spherical
United States.
spinning motion.
The awesome thing about it came like that. It was because
So maybe we're not spinning. I'm listening. Sorry.
They were just
We're talking about the eclipse.
yeah, you can see the circle. So if you guys think about it, like a swarm of fucking locusts could blot out the sun, right?
Yeah, but
So why couldn't the moon
the
gets, like-
sun's supposed to be so many miles away, and the moon's
Yeah.
only so many miles
Yeah.
away. How are they so perfectly lined up to?
The, sun's
The
just
moon
that
is
much
supposed to
powerful.
be
It's
smaller.
The sun is smaller in distance, but it's just really powerful. You can't like.
No, but it's the size. Like
Sun is
the
farther.
moon goes like this, and covers. Now there's no more light.
Yeah,
It's
for
dark.
that square. You could actually they saw it from the helicopters. That's what was so great about when it came across the United States this time, is that every home person could, if you're like that, could actually experience it. Like anybody with cameras can all go out and actually see, like the edges of how much ground it actually covered. This shit was amazing, and it proved that shit that we were been saying is still right. And we just got even better data now.
Okay, so how much bigger is the sun than the Earth?
A lot.
If a swarm of lotus can end up blotting the sun sitting right here, why can't the moon sitting right there?
Yeah,
the
but-
sun is still farther out.
So
much
like a
farther
cloud
out.
blots out the sunlight,
Because it's right here.
and you see the cloud on the ground, how
Yeah.
big it is.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Exactly.
man.
That's how shadow works.
I'm just too stupid. I just can't.
That's how shadow works.
It's too much for me. It's too much. Because, I don't know what I want to believe.
You know, and who knows? 5 years from now, I'll be like, you were completely wrong. Well, shit. All right, cool. My fault. That's it. What else am I gonna
As
say?
long as it's truth and I can see it from my own eyes.
Currently, it still
without
doesn't.
it being like, oh well, this history guy wrote this, and fucking this is that, and 2 + 2 = 4, and da 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 da. Like even that's questionable, I think.
Like right now, I'm alright with how it is, and it's not really affecting my life too much.
No, you're right.
No, it doesn't affect
It
your
doesn't.
life.
It's just
So I'm alright with it.
you know when
I'm alright if I'm ignorant to it.
these
like
are
that,
what
I'm okay
people
with
talk
it.
about when we get stoned. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
We're not trying to solve this
That's
shit.
the whole point of this podcast is to give some people something to listen to while they're doing some shit. Sometimes we talk about weed, sometimes we don't. It's our fucking podcast. We talk about what the fuck we want, okay?
Did we win?
Isn't it
Was it even a
strange?
competition
Of what?
for the best?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I guess. I don't
When
know.
you see like in the
Maybe
morning,
like a
the
herpes
early
test
morning time,
doesn't-
or even in the when the sun's going down, you see the sun and the moon in the same sky together, almost next to each other sometimes, but like it's only a 3/4 moon or something, and you're like, well, what the fuck's blocking? Because I'm over here.
Us, supposedly.
But what the fuck?
It's turning.
But you see these two motherfuckers in the sky together like this.
With the sun and the moon.
And we're like,
Yeah.
but we're right here. Or, at, you know what I mean?
But it's
The
way
moon's
up-
always out.
Actually, we're over there.
The moon's always out.
I'm right. No, I'm.
Tomorrow you'll
from
be
my
able to
point
see
of view,
that
I'm
shit.
right here.
I know.
Like the sun's rising.
Well, that's why they always say,
It's just
where do you think the center of the universe is?
in a bag of mushrooms.
How about you?
The big swirling center,
Yep.
like a toilet
No, where do you think the center of the universe is?
of the universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a direction.
This is what I'm going off of, because they say that the universe is growing, or whatever is
Supposedly
out there
expanding,
is
yeah.
expanding.
It's constantly
Fabric
going
So,
out.
blah, blah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yourself is the center. Center of my universe is right fucking here where I am. Everything's growing
You said
outwards.
the universe.
Well, yeah, the center
That's
of
that's more
the
of a, like,
universe.
philosophy. That's
The,
more of
the
a, like,
universe for me
Yeah.
is for me.
religious or philosophical type of
Hmm.
view of it.
Well, I mean,
Well, I like it.
It's cool. It's,
I think what I think. You think what you know what I mean? That's the center.
Mm.
It's the center. I don't know. It's just weird, ain't it?
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's round, flat, whatever. I think it's more of a distrust thing that people are trying to prove more than anything. It's always the big brother and
but we we understand why they lied, right? About the
For
moon
what?
landing.
oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
psyops. Fucking
Cold War.
yeah.
So we didn't fucking start. So they didn't start rocking.
We drown them out of money, making them chase an impossible dream.
They're still chasing it.
Cause
That's so sad about it too. They're chasing something that they will never. Well, excuse me, I don't know. Fuck. It looks like they will never get. Currently, they will never get. But who the fuck knows, man? How
Know
the
why?
future end up being.
it was a great move.
Know why? Because you can't.
Not yet.
And then just not assholes, and they're not gonna be like, yeah, we did it. Look how. I don't know. Like everybody says, where's the technology? Oh, we don't have it anymore.
Threw it out.
We threw it out. Oh, why would you fucking do that?
And they
The
can't.
biggest fucking thing in the goddamn
And they
history of the United States or the world.
and they could never recreate it. They said.
Yep, can never do
Never.
it again.
Never, ever, ever.
Which how does that make any logical sense to any
Like you
fucking
said,
human being?
this thing supposedly has the more power than what the control room at NASA.
NASA
Yep.
and they're like that. Yup, your smartphone's correct. Has enough, way more than enough power.
And you want to know why that's
to
true? Because all
way
those were
more.
fucking movie projectors. That thing has better fucking megabits.
4K.
What? Then the other thing.
Because that was all bullshit anyway.
The other
that was a
thing
bunch of
Reagan's on the phone with motherfucker up, millions and millions of miles away.
Listen,
He's on
so
on a landline, and no delay. Oh yeah, Mr. President.
Yeah.
so listen, no,
like
this
they
is,
can they can drive that rover around Mars absolutely fine.
no. So listen, this is
We're having
something.
trouble here in the basement getting some fucking Wi-Fi.
This ends up being some.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this ends up being something.
They got the
that
best Wi-Fi?
We're having some actual like data on like that. So 5G is actually emitting a type of fucking like wave. That's
Cancer
actually
cells.
that's bad for us.
Yeah.
So if you end up having 5G, keep it away from where you sleep.
Yeah, you know
Not-
where
like-
they put them? On
They
top
put
of
everywhere.
people's homes, fucking right next to fucking
Schools.
big schools and parking lots and shit.
They got the different antennas and shit. Yeah, man.
I have one right next to my house, right next to Humphreys.
So yeah, that's not cool. Everybody, open your eyes about that shit.
Go look at those videos.
Might not
You'll
know,
puke.
And
Look,
we
man.
might not be agreement on like how with the shape of
We're-
the fucking earth, but we know that. All right, that's
We're
data
family.
we know.
We're not designed to know what's going on right now, meaning the general public, about anything. We're not designed to know. If you just look at our history, and
I just don't
history
want
doesn't
cancer.
lie, history you can go back to the 20s, starting at the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, because it's all declassified and type of shit. We are, meaning our government, we do some crazy shit. Testing, crazy tests on people, crazy fucking experiments. Why would that change today? Why would they stop doing testing on everything?
I think Canada has a cloning company. A company that's like involved heavily
Canada?
with cloning people.
For Canada, really? Wow, I didn't expect that out of them.
No, me either.
That's
but-
a little Canada.
That's what I heard.
Well, you know what? It makes perfect sense because nobody would expect it out of them.
But just for all the
It's
crazy
big.
shit
we
that
don't
we
know a
do,
lot. Like, how big is Canada? And like, how much of that shit is just open? Like, nothing is there supposedly.
I don't know, man. I think it's possible.
We just like overlook it completely and go
I've said this
to
before.
Alaska and the fucking North Pole.
Look at Tom Cruise. Back when he did Top Gun. Take another picture of him recent. Put them side by each.
I had to do the Alien for sure. Tom
It's a
Cruise.
clone. There's a bunch of clones.
Clone. I want to clone my dog.
Telling you.
You know you
dog.
can clone your dog? 70,000?
Fucking
The animal?
Demolition Man.
You hear me?
They made that movie for a
What?
reason.
I never lose my dog ever.
I would clone my dog.
70,000? I clone my dog. How about you? You clone your pet?
I would. But
if I had it,
yeah, if I had it.
But that's 70,000 today. Let's say 5 years from now.
Telling you,
10
Demolition Man. You remember the movie Demolition Man?
Yeah, I also remember the movie Repo Man too. You remember when you couldn't pay for that new kidney? They come back and get that shit,
Well,
like with a dirty knife.
you ever see that movie where they have the fucking time on their
Yeah, you
wrist?
gotta work for
that
it.
was a
That's
good
fucked up.
one.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
That won't
one.
ever happen,
Justin
but-
Timberlake was in that
Yeah.
one.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I just remember that movie being fucking crazy.
I didn't expect that.
And
I
they
was like,
figured out how to steal it.
wow.
That's a cool concept.
No, it's not.
It was a good one.
It's absolutely not.
Huh?
That's horrible.
Not good.
What?
It was a good movie.
It's horrible. Unless you could live forever.
I don't mean it's a good idea. I'm saying
Well,
that was a
that's
good
a-
movie to come up with,
Oh,
like
yeah,
to
yeah,
think about,
yeah.
like to
Yeah.
create.
So was Inception. Because that shit's real. I don't know if anybody knows that. Have you ever been in a dream inside a dream? Or in a dream inside a dream in a dream?
How fucking
I would
crazy!
know.
How scary would it be
I would know.
if you had your fucking life on a watch ticking down? You saw it.
It depends on how
And
much
right
you
now
pay.
you're say you're 20 years old and it just says like 37,000 and you're like, oh fucking, you don't even worried about it because it's not moving.
Yeah.
And then then you're like, oh my god, it's 27,000.
That's what's happening
And
right now.
17.
to us.
But you don't have that watch on, you know what I mean? So you don't get that realization. But goddamn, that's what's fucking happening.
That's
And you don't know what
crazy.
your clock
And there's
says.
no way to change that system too.
No. It's a fucked up.
Unless you could go into cryogenics and do that shit like Demolition Man. And just fucking come back in the year 2550. What's up? Where's the shells? Show me how to use them.
I just want to be alive forever
Taco
so I can
Bell.
see what happens. You know what I mean? I just want to see. I want to see what they come out with.
I've watched these videos of like time travelers.
Fucking bull shit
so
to the
fucking
utmost
funny.
degree.
So funny.
They all block out their face.
They're
They all.
so fucking
I'm from
funny.
2734. My name's Greg. It's like, what the fuck, Greg.
Well, one
From
of them said he was from
Who you
20
to
20
disprove their
Fucking bullshit.
20.
travel-
He said he was like he said he was from 2012, but he traveled forward to
Tell them
like-
to watch out for Donald Trump.
well, the thing is
Go back, warn everybody.
there's a
It's
few
not
of
a
them
joke.
that are like
That shit still blows my
a
mind.
little freaky.
Still crazy. That's what fucking makes me think
The
that's
Simpsons.
bullshit. The government's been shut down for this fucking long, and besides a lot of people being out of work, right?
Well, the thing is some people aren't some people have to still work and aren't getting paid.
That's I know.
Like
I
TSA.
and the Coast Guard. I live in New London. It's end up being the Coast Guard Academy is right there. They're not getting paid, which ends up being a weird thing because they like when they first ended up making like the whole kind of military, they had the Army, Navy, and the Marines. The Air Force was part of the Army, and then they ended up splitting up and NASA blah blah blah. But then the Coast Guard ended up.
It's not for a wall. It's for SpaceX.
You know what this is also doing, right? It's actually saving money. 800,000 people that are not working. What does a normal CEO do when a company needs to kind of like it's not making profits and needs to do something to kind of like even that shit out? They let people go.
It's a shame they're not making enough money. They should be making.
Who?
More, the government. They're
How
so
much
full
mo-
of shit.
I wanna know
they're
how
the
much-
biggest crooks. That's
That's
why
the
they're
thing. How
fucking
much
crooks.
money? How much money actually has
Hey.
to be that was
How-
going to go to
how
these
do you know?
800,000 people?
Who's ever done an audit on the Federal Reserve?
You
Well,
can't.
they make shit. They
you
make
can't
money.
audit the Federal Reserve. It's
Why?
It's not even part of our government.
It's a fucking private company.
It's as federal as Federal Reserve.
That's what it's called.
I mean, federal.
It's private.
It's as federal as Federal X.
FedEx.
FedEx. I'm stoned.
It's private. You
I
can't.
know. It's a bunch of dudes.
It's fucked
A bunch
up.
of
Sausage
fucking white
party.
So how are
dudes.
we? How,
Sausage
how,
party.
how, that's the thing. Like, how do we know how much they're making?
But
Or how much
you
they're
know
not?
what I'm saying is that look what's
Know what I
happening,
mean?
right?
The
Technically,
government
like the
pays a loan
government.
to a private bank. I'm
Yeah,
talking
the-
about our government is
yeah.
crooked as fuck because the bank makes it crooked as fuck, just like it makes every other government crooked as fuck. It's a giant banking game that we think is governments.
Yeah.
And
This shit is run by banks.
what's happening now?
They create wars.
Rothschild. Oh, did I say that?
They create wars to fund bankrolls.
And now I think we owe some money, and they
And-
need to
And $billion fucking
shut down the government to save that
castles
from paying
in
800,000
in every
people.
country in the
Something.
world.
How much do you think? How much money do you think that is to pay 800,000 people?
Well, let's see if they retro anyone though. When the government kicks back on.
Why would they retro people for people that
Who
hours
the
that
fuck
weren't
knows,
worked?
dude?
They can do the ones.
Why did they do fucking what was that called in 2008? When all these fucking banks were getting, what were they called?
Oh, bailouts.
Bailouts.
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
would have ever imagined that? That's why I'm saying, who the fuck knows,
It
man?
was like Oprah. You get a bailout. You get a bailout. You get a bailout.
What is a bailout?
GMC went bankrupt. Gone. GMC bankrupt.
It's just who knows, man.
I know. It's fucking crazy.
We,
Well, that's why I said it's not for a wall. All this money's not for a
Chop,
wall.
chop.
This is
No,
a fake.
this is-
That's a fake. That's fake news.
I mean, what the fuck's a wall gonna do? How fucking
I know.
dumb are
like,
we?
Stupid.
How stupid are people? A
Oh,
wall.
I mean,
They just
pretty
did
soon
tunnel.
that whole border is gonna collapse because it's all fucking tunnels.
No shit.
Like people don't get that. I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they were like, "Nah,
And even still,
it's gonna stop. It'll
you know,
stop." I'm like,
it's 8% of people that come through.
Fucking
I
the
know.
southern bor- 8. The rest of them come through regular ports.
Guacamole, what the fuck ever his name is, the fucking kingpin dude, the dude, he broke out of jail through a tunnel.
Oh, El Chapo.
El Chapo.
Yeah.
Yo, he's ratting
El
he's
Guapo.
ratting the president, the vice president, as
Oh, I
far as
saw
like
that
that.
shit.
Yo, he's like, he took money from me, and
The president of Mexico took 100
it's
million.
like the worst fucking guy to like that knows everything. Ended up, I was like, fuck it.
But you know what they'll do?
Everybody-
You know what they'll
he
do?
did,
They'll
and
discredit
so
him,
did.
and he'll go away, and the government will just keep on being corrupt. That's what they do.
Yeah, he won't
Yeah.
go away though. He'll go sit and play in his little.
Yeah, because he's
fucking-
in the U.S. jail now.
No, I'm saying his,
So he can
his
just talk
attention,
shit
his
about
attention
Mexico
will
he
go away.
wants.
Sorry, his attention will go away. No one
Yeah,
will hear
yeah,
about him,
yeah,
and we'll be
yeah.
on to the next story.
They tried to do a movie about that.
That's
motherfucker.
Till he
that's
breaks
another,
out again.
and that's another reason why they created this fast-paced
I think
media.
I think he found all of fucking what's his face's money or most of it.
Who's? Now he got his empire by way of the gun.
I think he found.
That motherfucker's like,
I think he's part of fucking the first one. I can't remember his name right now.
no, Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, Escobar.
Cali Cartel and all those guys.
That's where
Medellin.
he the
Medellin.
Medellin. He found all, or he
They
had
were
ties
enemies.
to all that money and found a bunch of it, and that's how he started and got obviously the way of the gun.
The way of the gun. Dude, his story's badass. Motherfucker's pimp. Motherfucker broke out of prison and then had somebody meet like one of like a famous like a movie star or
Yeah, what's his name?
Like
Uh,
yo,
Sean Penn.
Yeah, Sean Penn.
and so had Sean Penn. Sean Penn like got a little bit shook because he was like, he bounced quick, yo. Like the
They went
interview
on a-
lasted like a few minutes, yo. It was quick. He was like, he got shook. Like, yo, honestly, I need to get the fuck out of there. Like what?
Wasn't
the
it
fuck
on
am I-
some like crazy 10-hour drive through the jungle and
yeah,
shit blindfolded?
trying to play. Yo, this is when these motherfuckers are trying to play like reporter, like action
Yeah.
reporter and shit like that, yo. And Sean Penn took it a little bit too far.
Yeah.
He got.
He's lucky he got the fuck out of
close.
there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you could be like, I don't give a fuck who you
I
are.
watch-
He
I
could've
watch
found
Live
up in a
Leak.
barrel.
You ever see Live Leak?
No.
I've heard.
You
of
see
it.
people that don't make it. That's all it is videos of people that don't make it, especially down there. Whew. Fuck that shit.
Well, you gotta mind your own business.
Mhm.
Asking too
Absolutely.
many questions.
I just won't go there. And my wife, she's like, I want to go here. I'm like, nope, not going down there. I'm not
Th-
going down there.
Oh,
Sorry, there's
I
not.
can't wait.
If
It's awesome.
if people that have gone down there and they actually come back and say, oh yeah, it's beautiful, just don't drink the water. I'm not going there. Sorry, I'm just not going there. Because guess what? I'm gonna end up swallowing some type of something that's gonna fuck me up, and on top of being able to get fucking kidnapped or whatever. That'll be my luck. So guess what? I just don't go there.
So people say that about our water because it shit's fucking got chlorine all over it. Don't drink the American water. It's got chlorine. You gotta filter that shit. You don't drink that like that because it might end up being
I
not
thought it
full
was
filtered
fluoride.
water. Fluoride and chlorine.
Yeah.
But now
I think
it's
they
been
put
just
more
like-
chlorine when it's cold out for places like around here. But
and then they put
and that's
fluoride
what-
when it's hotter.
yeah,
They fluoride you in the summertime, but even still, like coming from another country that doesn't have that, they just usually
You're making
drinking
me
like
do
spring
it.
water, and then they
Right.
end up drinking our shit. Like they're gonna fuck them up. That's all. You gotta just get used to it. I mean, initially, it's gonna fuck up your stomach.
Yeah.
But then you get used to it. Your body adapts.
yeah.
Just don't drink poop water. You're just gonna.
But you're not gonna adapt in a week on vacation.
No, not a week
and
ago.
that's
That's
the
why they
thing,
say,
like-
yeah, 100%. Even still, could end up even getting it from like salads because they end up
Oh, yeah.
rinsing them out in there.
Salads
we
are
had that
dirty.
fucking lettuce epidemic.
Yeah, romaine
They don't never
Kill
have
more-
no, they don't ever have no bacon recalls.
killed more.
And they eat their own shit. They live in their own shit.
Bacon.
And it's fucking yummy and tasty and delicious and scrumptious and gristly, and I love it.
You know what's good?
Pork belly.
You make some bacon, then you make a grilled cheese on that fucking same pan with bacon grease.
With more bacon.
Whoa.
Of course, but you use that grease to
Whoa.
grease up.
Instead of using the butter.
Oh,
That's
it's
pretty good.
It's
That-
fire.
No, I'm saying like,
It
whoa,
is
that sounds
fire.
pretty good.
Instead of the
Mm.
butter.
That sounds really good.
No,
I
throw
think
some
I might
butter
have
on there
to-
too.
Really?
I think I'm gonna have to
Just a little bit,
go-
just to keep the pan nice and wet. And the bread will soak that right up.
I'll grab
Mo-
some bacon
moist.
on my way
It's
home.
fire.
Try to try that shit now.
I'm gonna have to try it out. Usually when I make bacon, I
It might
make a
work for
lot,
those
so it's
vegan
like a thick-
strips, whatever they got too. You think they'll work for those veganish, for those
Vegan bacon?
vegan bacon?
Never heard of it.
Can
What
you-
could it
can you
possibly
fry?
be?
Can you fry
Soy.
vegan bacon?
Soy?
Soy.
Soy bacon?
jerky.
So
Soy?
don't call it
Can you
bacon.
fry it?
It's fucking soy, right?
Do they have like soy? Does it release soy, whatever?
I can't
I-
imagine
you
it's
guys don't
good.
know?
I've never tried it. I will probably will never will either.
No, not when there's bacon there. I'll just have bacon.
I need meat. You know, I just heard that there was a fucking type of strain of Lyme disease now that makes you allergic to red meat.
That's not good.
I think that's where these people are getting it.
Too much red meat
Calling it
anyway.
vegan. No,
We-
but it's true. Like I
We
really
eat too much
did
red
hear
meat.
that.
Way too much. This shit is crazy.
Something about the tick being able to survive throughout the winter and not die off.
Mother Nature's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. I don't even. That's the thing though. Is like this cold that just passed. We need to have that for like at least like 2 weeks, 3 weeks straight
Kill some shit.
to kill a lot of shit.
I know.
Especially so.
This last one, it was wet and then it froze on top, so that's gotta kill something.
I hope so. I hope to kill a lot of fucking mice. These mice are what's spreading all these the ticks. Because the more warmer like that, they end up balling up underneath specific type of like shrub that ends up having like a warmer even throughout
bed
the winters like
underneath,
that.
yeah.
So that's where they make the home, and then the ticks just because they survive and then they run out and just fucking
Yeah, they survive
spread
on the
like
mice.
crazy. So that's
Little
why we need this
fuckers.
cold to like. Hopefully it did. It got really cold.
I had one on one of my little one had one on her. Fucking, I could not get it off. I was fucking putting Vaseline, trying to suffocate it, and finally it let go. But it left a little piece of something, and I finally got it out. And it took like 3 months for me to get it out of her because it was like stuck there. I was like, what the fuck? And finally it came off. I was like, Jesus Christ. I actually made like a little hole. It was pretty trippy. I hate those fucking things.
Fuckers.
I'm not
But I don't
scared
like
of
poisoning
much,
my dog
but
either.
I fucking hate those things.
That's the thing too. I'm mixed with like with putting like
My
anything
wa-
like that. Just I don't.
My wife gets holistic shit for like tea and flick shit. Like she doesn't use the fucking
I-
those drops. Those drops are like,
Yeah.
if it says on the package, don't go anywhere near a kid.
Yeah,
don't let
get-
another
yeah,
animal
don't,
lick
don't
it.
touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it, but put it
Yeah,
on the
don't-
animal's neck.
Don't get it on you.
Yo, I tripped out my dog. Like it's like yo, he just be like tripped the fuck out. Just like, ugh.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not good. Fuck that.
yeah. So I stopped, and now I'm just during summertime I just have them really short so I can. You know,
I
find
can.
the ticks and
I'll
just-
I'll get you the name of the powder that my wife gets
Yeah.
for the dogs.
Look at that. I got a little Shih Tzu.
Even
Like,
better.
He's just
Less.
like mad hair.
Yeah, let me know what it is too, because I
For
hate
real.
that fucking shit. She'll put it on my dog, and you can't fucking.
You have like that greasy neck.
Yeah, greasy.
Yeah,
you
that
can't
shit's
go near
crazy.
him. You can't touch him and pet him because you get it on you or whatever. But
Man, poor.
anyway.
I regret doing that now. So bad. I'm sorry, man. Fucking like poison you.
man.
I'm sorry. I realize it's my boy, yo. Like, and most of the day it's in being.
If you have cats and dogs, like the dog one's lethal if the cat licks it. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking crazy.
Don't poison your dogs
Hey,
or cats.
you know what's fucked up? And this is just a quick last thing, but when you go home, look at you have like dogs, obviously. They have dog dish.
Yeah.
Look at the bottom of it. It says do not use for humans. Because they don't even use food grade products for dog dishes and shit.
Well, mine are stainless steel.
Still, oh, maybe it won't.
She
But-
got them because she didn't want that filmy
Porcelain.
goo shit that would get on the regular fucking bowls.
Yeah, you can't use recycled plastics either, because we're not supposed to even drink out of like plastic bottles. The
Right,
recycled
no.
ones, they emit like some kind of like.
Well,
Gas.
plastic is the devil. I hate plastic. I just do.
Hemp plastic.
I like glass. Anyway, it's getting late, boys and girls. So let's all go to
Wrap
bed,
it.
smoke a bone, hit
No-
the hay, wake
no-
up tomorrow morning.
No edits. Right out the door. Let it fly.
Yeah, like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think
Wake
it's gonna
up,
be- it's gonna be alright tomorrow. It's not gonna, and they, but it's
grab
supposed
your
to get cold
balls,
again?
lift them
Yeah.
up, put them in your shorts,
I think it's gonna get wet.
and take the fucking day
Get
by the
wet.
short and curlies.
So yeah, give us a follow. Give a to on Instagram, YouTube, the jointcommitteesessions.com. Fucking
Highest draft
pretty-
nuts.
Really pretty stoned right now, but we're getting stoned safely. We're not operating any vehicles.
We're as high as that make believe car floating around in orbit.
Oh, he's like, why you gotta take a shot at the guy? at the Musk. Double check and triple check everything they told you is what we're telling you.
Yeah.
Just don't.
How about this? Just
Formulate your own opinion.
don't be so sure. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, so this is a good point. In fact, they found who ends up sharing, as far as which demographic ends up sharing the most fake news, ends up being senior citizens, elderly. The reason ends up being is because they grew up in a time where what they read in the newspaper was trusted to be most of the time the truth. That's what they knew,
Right.
100%.
right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, we know there's, fake news, but not just that, but there's a shit ton of it. People have really made careers out of it.
Yeah.
Massively. And we already know to double and triple check pretty much everything. But so, yes, the bigger share of fake news are senior citizens. That's probably why. I'm guessing.
Mm.
So it makes sense. So, yeah, double, triple check everything. Check out. Follow us. I fucking got cotton mouth though, like crazy.
Cock and mouth?
Huh.
Quit that out.
Cotton.
You need
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You need
No judgment. No kink shame.
you
No
need
kink shame.
you need some watermelon bubble gum.
Why's it gotta be watermelon, yo?
Watermelon.
Because that's the most delicious flavor that you get that'll produce the most saliva that you need to get over the cotton mouth that we have right now.
I don't give a fuck. Do
You ever been
not
knuckling?
eat waterless, seedless watermelon. That shit is weird. How do they? That's such bull. Do not eat that shit. The seedless watermelon. What the fuck? It's supposed to have. Always supposed to have a seed.
It does have seeds. They're white, immature seeds. It does.
You ever heard Charlie
But
Brown's
you can eat those
teacher's
white
noise?
ones, so that's why they just.
All right.
But they're far and few in between. I know what you're saying. It is fucking weird.
It's too weird.
But how do you clone a plant without having a seed grown? I mean, there's some weird shit that
Okay,
you can do with
first chicken
plants.
and the egg.
Monsanto. They created.
The seed of the plant.
What's his name?
They won't be able to
Mendel?
do it.
Mendel didn't work for Monsanto, right? Mm-mm.
Mendel?
Yeah, Mendel's laws.
I don't know. Oh.
Bringing traits in and out of plants through selective breeding.
Oh
It's
my
not always
God.
Monsanto.
Yo, the shit that I fucking read
What?
about trying to talk that Monsanto should be given the right to like full out do hemp shit, yo, like full control because they're so trusted and this and that and blah blah. Yo, I'm talking about if you read it almost it actually is pretty infuriating to give them this much props on the type
Well,
of
that's the
tactics that they've
uneducated
done.
giving them props. They're going after the uneducated.
I mean, but this is what happens, right? When this is what I've learned as far as like dealing with some of this legislation that we're as far as proposing in my state. Like, if there isn't the actual truth or fact being also proposed, they'll just adopt whatever is being proposed, regardless if it's wrong or right. So that's why it's important for the other side to also make sure. So up to this point, as far as when it comes to a federal thing and somebody on behalf connected to the government, somebody's came out on the side of Monsanto currently. Obviously, there'll be opposition to it, but they're still going to get a big chunk out of it now. It's
Of course they are.
So watch out for them. Watch out for just plan. Defend yourself. Defend your genetics.
But it's not like it'd be their first agricultural takeover. They already own every other agricultural crop in the fucking world.
Right, but you don't have to
So-
make it easy for them.
I think they had it in the bag, bro.
Fuck that.
That's probably half the reason why this shit's getting passed to be legal anyways.
Well, when they
Their
started
lobbyists.
getting the farmers
it's for
having
the
to
farmers.
sell back the seeds that they were producing from the seeds that they bought. From
There's a new lawsuit that might actually say that they're gonna sue Monsanto's for cross-pollinating their crops, because that's how they were able to take over like that.
Mhm.
Because they're calling it, they're trying to flip it and call it more of an infestation on their property versus Monsanto's. That's our shit genetically,
You're stealing
patented
from
owned,
us.
right? So they're trying to. There's actually a lawsuit to kind of reverse that in a way. And that's what you got to do in order to like.
Well, imagine what
refight
growing
the law
outside-
of this. Like, then somebody's got to be able to afford a lawyer to fight back all this shit, which most people can't. Which is like most farmers can't afford it.
No.
They make like Yeah.
Well, imagine what growing outside's gonna be like soon once all this hemp thing goes through.
Moonlight.
If everybody's growing outside.
Oh yeah, you better have a greenhouse.
Yeah, even still, it might get in.
What does cannabis do to? What does the full moon do to cannabis during the moonlight? Full moon. That's pretty bright too.
No, I'm just saying the pollen from the hemp. Oh, everybody growing hemp, it's gonna pollinate all your fucking females that you have outside.
To go to your point, I know we want to end this, but I had that thought in my head before, and I wanted to get an exact replica of the moon, and have it going off during the dark period to try to see if it does anything. Because what if there isn't a spectrum of light that's coming from the moon that gives you something extra in your plants?
That's true. Yeah.
don't
Because
fucking
you
know.
only need it. You know, to full blast, it would end up being for like 2-3 days and starts dimming out.
Right. You'd have to get some science behind you and figure out the actual cycle of the moon and get a light that actually can simulate it.
Well, they always did go by the moon, planting and harvesting.
Right, but does the moonlight
Well,
have a spectrum that
maybe
does
it
something?
does.
That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
it does.
So I
You're
want
supposed to plant to get the best harvest on this day because you get this much moon.
Because it's pretty
Because if you
bright.
skip a couple days, now you missed all that growth, and you're already into what the moon can give, and you know the plant's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think maybe that's why growing it outdoors takes so much longer? Because of that monthly, that brightness of the moon that ends up kind of.
I don't know. I mean, I think no, because you have plants like in Hawaii, don't they harvest?
Well, if they're closer to the equator, they're already on like that 12-12 automatically, like all the time. Like
so wouldn't it be
we're
seasonal?
different because we're in a different hemisphere on the northern side, so we end up being. That's why when you're outdoors, like during summertime, it's not we're not in the equator, so it's not above you.
Yeah, so I'm just saying I don't think the
ends up
moon.
being
I don't
a
think the
little
moon
bit more
changes
like
that.
an arc, and then during the wintertime, it's
Well,
a lower
either
arc.
way, you only have 2-3 days a month that it's out full,
Right. But it doesn't harm your
Or is
plants.
it-
What is it doing? Like, I'm just curious
No,
if
right.
it does
No,
anything.
I know.
I'm
I
not
know.
saying it
I
does.
know.
It could do nothing at all. It might not
Could
even.
not.
It might not even activate the plant's light sensors. I don't know.
I bet
It's
got,
still interesting
it's,
enough.
It's
to,
probably
like,
got
yeah.
something.
I'd love to
It's
have
it's
someone
bright.
who can.
Like you have a shadow.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Everything like it's like bright enough to have a shadow.
A full moon or these super moons that are like.
Yeah, I was standing outside my workshop. I walked out. I was like, normally it's like that, and I was like, holy shit! Look, you can see my shadow. Like,
Yeah.
wow, this is crazy.
Now, does anyone even have the capabilities to actually replicate the moon? How do you do that? Like, what do they? 'cause
How bright is the
I
moon?
don't know. Like that
No,
it brings us back to that fucking shit.
No,
like,
but
what
we
the
can
fuck's
end up
moonlight?
we can end up looking for whatever data. I mean, sort of like, all right, how bright is the moon? Like that question we can end up answering. Because
I'd like to know what spectrum it is too. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure that that people have like shot to light meters at it and all kinds of you figure like that. I'm sure that type of data is just about collecting and figuring it out.
But can you recreate it in a light though?
Yes, because we have the diodes.
You'd have
now.
to get a par meter
Yeah.
somehow on a lens, telescope or something to really see.
It'd be tough.
Well, no, because I guess it would have to be.
You can measure. You can
right
measure
at
it on
top
the
of
surface.
light. Yeah, right.
On
right
where
at
your
the plant.
surface is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you'd have to have a full. The max of what the max is at its peak.
like a crazy
Eight-
fucking par meter.
on a
and
clear,
know,
on a
and
clear
know
night,
that
too.
your diodes can't exceed that at any point
Right.
because then
Yeah.
you could trigger something that's not moonlight.
Wormhole.
So it's just not. I had that. I've always had that theory,
No, it's
like
interesting.
thought,
It's
like what the
good.
fuck? Because shit, throw a fucking moonlight in your room. That's new. Never
Yep.
seen anyone do that.
Because everybody's always like the big thing that everybody, we all know that the best cultivation is going to be one with where you're using the sun, supplementing for extra growth if you need to, and indoor environment control fully. So you got that's the best of both worlds. That's what we all can agree, right?
Yeah.
That's by far.
You're not gonna
That
outdo the
means
sun.
that they also get the moon.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What
That's-
is it? I've never heard anyone, aside from like what you talk about with the planting of when you should plant your crops. The same thing with farmers and stuff. I don't know. I've never heard it have anything to do with affecting the plant.
Photosynthesis wise.
Comparing to an indoor plant, what an indoor plant might lack.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But then does that also tally up to all the elements of an indoor light that we can't replicate the sun with? Because there's other things that the sun's hitting that we can't put out with a fucking light bulb.
No.
So which element is it? Is it those variables? Is it the moon variable? Or?
That's what we're fucking with, like a lot of mixed spectrum, with the, full spectrum LEDs and still,
Yeah, I've done all that shit.
Well, if we figure that out, then we'll know that the light on the moon is coming from the sun, or not. Tune in next time.
Dun, dun, dun.
growth and the moon. Be next topic. If we remember it. We're definitely gonna look into it.
And
Thank
again,
you.
don't forget, give old Helen Keller a hello. See ya.
I'm not going there.
End of session. The Joint Committee thanks you for listening.